and beyond. Come on. Mama said there'll be days just like this. Cowboys, one thing we all adore, something worth dying for. Come on. Yeah. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. What about a Law Nation road? Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on. I'm getting too old for this, Riggs. Talk to me. One love to everybody, man. I really appreciate each and every last one of you all. Shout out and salute to the notification squad. If you don't know me by now, then you would never know. I'm just playing. All right, so here's the craziest thing of it all. If you go back, I think the day before yesterday, I did the video because I got word that bird that told me that bird told me. It did. It literally told me that the Cowboys are going to hire Mike Zimmer. That bird was right, 1,000,000%. Man, right on the target, man. Oh, my goodness, man. That was great. But what threw everything off was that same day while I was doing the video, that same day, Rex Ryan, they brought him in for an interview. And I'm guessing what they wanted to do is, hey, man, we got to get some more of these views to come around here, right? We got to get more and more views, man. So let's talk about Rex Ryan. And, of course, I'm not trying to have the WWE vibes to everything, but I'm just going to say this, though. I said that the Cowboys will hire a defensive coordinator heading into the Super Bowl. And they got to get some of these views and stuff like that. But neither here nor there. And even as if though we are so hot and angry and mad and upset at what D-Law says, right? The closest thing that we can get to Jimmy Johnson, because there's only one Jimmy, the closest thing we can get to Jimmy Johnson is Mike Zimmer at this point. Let me repeat, the closest thing that we can get to Jimmy Johnson is a Mike Zimmer. Zim is going to be able to hold these players accountable. Zim is going to be that guy that's not going to be friends with the players on his team. And if you're doing extracurricular activities, he will point you out and he will put you Johnny on the spot. Now, I don't know if he's going to still have the same exuberance that he had when he was coaching 10 years ago, 15 years ago. But just a few years ago, of course, he was coaching the Vikings. And a lot of people look at it like, hey, man, the Vikings didn't really do anything. But don't look at it from a overall situation. Now it's time to look at it as an isolated situation. How did he get his job of being a head coach? Via his defenses. And now you can look at it, okay, who should we bring in to the room? Well, we do know that George Edwards was one of his guys, right, who's over there in Tampa Bay land, I believe. I don't know how his contract is. But I guarantee you that there will not be no loose ends, and it will not be, hey, man, it's Scott McCurley's linebacker room. No. Or, hey, man, this is Darian Thompson running the linebacker room, or this Aiden Durde. Now, for some reason, Aiden Durde, salute to him. Shout out to him. He may go to Seattle land. Yeah. Mike Zimmer got the Cowboys DNA. Yeah, this Chris Davis. Appreciate you. Yes, this is a perfect hire. Ooh, all y'all like this hire, huh? Come on, baby. So it's gonna be the Mike and Mike administration, baby. Yeah. Let's put MM in the chat, man. You know, Mike and Mike's in them, you know. Let's put MM in the chat. Let's put that in the chat, baby. Because that's just what it is. Welcome back, Zim. I see you, RP. Wait. It's Mike McCarthy. So hold on, because y'all already been putting MM. Put 3 M's in the chat. Mike McCarthy, Mike, you know. Because put 3 M's, because I always been saying put put MMs in the chat, but now you got to put 3 M's in the chat if you like this thing. And this is a perfect time for the Cowboys to get identity. I think that what Mike Zim is going to do is we're going to be okay at our defensive back category. We okay with our safeties. We're going to be okay with our DBs as it relates to the cornerbacks. And to a degree, if anybody should be doing backward flips and everything, should be Overshawn. Overshawn, Damone Clark, those boys are good. Now, I don't foresee even Marquise Bell, believe it or not. I don't foresee Marquise Bell going back to linebacker. I think that Marquise Bell, he's going to be your safety. He's going to fill in that role of what J. Ron Curse was doing. I think that what the Cowboys ultimately going to do with this particular staff or personnel, because that's what Darren Woodson said. He said he didn't believe that it was coaching, but it was more so personnel. But it's both of them, right? Because the coaching were the guys that played the personnel. Right? So, yeah. I literally can see that, ladies and gentlemen. Do me a huge favor. Engagement is down. Hit that like. I know I normally don't go live during this time, but hit that like, share this content. You know, share it for your boy. And I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you, everybody. Shout out to you, Scott, for the 2,000 or 200 stars over there. So I truly believe that, ladies and gentlemen. But while everybody's pulling in, we will have an event. It's a live event. It's going to be at Shakerton's, the one in Arlington. And on the February 11th, it's going to be at 1409 Collins Street, Arlington, Texas, 76011. It's the zip code there. Y'all put that in. And if you are in the DF Dub, if you're in this area, you know, I can at least throw you some appetizers when you come through the door. I can at least put that on the table for you, you know. So shout out to Shakerton's. And this is the news, y'all. This is the news of the hour. We need to see what this kind of caliber of defense will present. I'm looking at it that this dude going to be he ain't going to be playing around with this nonsense stuff, right? You know, if it's nonsense, it don't make sense. He ain't going to be dealing and dabbling with it. Law, do you have any truths to that? Well, let me see if I can pull this audio from earlier today. I really appreciate each and every last one of you all for tuning in, by the way. Hey, man, we build planes as we fly, and I thank all of y'all for being part of this plane building right here. So give me 1 second here as I pull up this guy right here. He a dog, too. He a beast. He's what we need to see as far as the mindset and the temperament of this team. And his name is Woodson.
It's just, you know, this entire season,
shout out to
pretty
Martin,
much sat on the sideline. And
Cowboys.
I can't tell you how many times this year he and I talked about football, like every week. Yeah. Like every week he's calling about so-and-so and this and that. And he's just so engaged in the game that, you know, again, I'm biased by it. But, you know, if you want someone that's going to shock the system, he's not going to be your best friend. He's just not. I mean, he and I became friends after a long time because there was a respect factor that ended up being a friendship. But he's tough, hard-nosed. Some players will not want to play for him because, you know, the expectations are going to be harder than they've expected in the last few years.
Sure.
But he knows the game better than anyone, and he's going to coach hard. And
all right, he speak now. If y'all know more football than Darren Woodson, let me know. Speak now. Yeah, he's 67 years old. As old. Hey, don't be an ageism, man. Don't be ageist, man. Don't be an ageist, George. You know, Pete Carroll, 70-something, and he's still coaching, you know. Leave him alone, man. Don't be an ageist. He said he's 67, man. He's old, man. Come on. Oh, man, come on. The mom says he a company man. Law Lee, he don't know what he talking about. Some of y'all turned on. Some of y'all turned on old boy. Yeah. Some of y'all did turned on Woodson, man. This is why some of y'all turned on Woodson. Yeah. Let me see if I can find that audio right quick. This is why y'all turned on the brother. Y'all turned on Woodson because of this thoughts right here. Yeah. If I can find it right here, hold on. Y'all bear with me. This is why y'all turned on Woodson. It's crazy, man, how y'all turned on Woodson. Y'all hate. Let me see if I can get it up here. Here it is.
Yeah. You pay him. Look, this is a guy who played at the highest level. He was in the MVP running the entire season. I mean, you just said it a second ago. He led the league in interceptions. He's like, no, I'm going to focus on not turning the ball over and being an asset for this team. And he did exactly that. Played at the highest level the entire regular season. I don't know about you, but I don't remember quarterbacks just growing off trees. I just don't okay, we're going to get rid of you.
Yeah.
We're going to get rid of you, and we're just going to bring in, or we're going to find Brock Purdy in the draft. It just doesn't happen. Mm-hmm. It doesn't happen that way. So you have something special. And I don't remember Dak Prescott playing middle linebacker in that game against the Green Bay Packers. Nor did he play the interior of the defensive line. And he didn't play. Look, they have so many other issues to deal with. You pay them.
Yeah. That's why y'all turned on. That's why y'all turned on old boy. I know y'all, man. Come on, I know. I mean, I can't stand Woodson no more. I hope he never go to the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? I seen y'all. I know y'all. That's why y'all turning on Woodson. That's why I know that's the reason why. Yes, indeed. Oh man, Law, do you think Mike McCarthy will still be our OC as well? This is what I want. Because he don't have the long extended stay, right? You know, he's literally. Have you ever been in one of those hotels whereas it's checkout and the checkout is at 12 o'clock. You got to check out at 12 o'clock, and he's picking up the phone. Can you extend it to 3 o'clock? And they looking at it like, no, we can't extend. No, we can't extend you to 3 o'clock. You got to pack your bags. And that's where he's at, you know. And unfortunately, so Mike McCarthy, he also got to understand that if I'm Mike McCarthy, the first thing that I'm doing is when Mike Zim come into town, we going out for drinks. We going out for cigars, and we going out for smokes like that. You know what I'm saying? We going out for rogue shops. You know what I'm saying? We gonna go out for some steak, and we just gonna sit down, just them two, and they gonna have to see what type of game plan will it be, and see whether or not. If Zim, what's your goal, bro? Are you want to be the head coach again, or are you just want to be the defensive coordinator? Talk to me, man. You know, and get him. You know, start having a deep conversation after the third drink, right? And then y'all get into those conversations of what y'all planning to do with the Cowboys. Coach Marv says Zimmer, great hire. One more to go, Law. Check your Twitter inbox for the next move that is needed. Okay, all right, gave me all type of, yeah. Yeah, man, they need to go to Rogue Shop, man, for real. Mike and Mike need to be at Rogue Shop right now. Yeah, and so talk to me about your plan, you know. And they do. They need to be there, man. They need to go, and then they need to use promo code LAW for some discounts off of anything they purchase, or hit up my guy, you know, C. Burleson, man. You won $100, man. So let's go. Let's figure that out. Zim can get it done. I appreciate you. Yeah. We're gonna play some of these clips right here. Let me see what Coach Marv sent. You know, let me see what Coach Marv sent over here. Which one, Marv? The MSN? You know, yeah. What's this one? Which one, Coach Marv? You sent me. I can't play MSN. I can't read all of that. That's long. You got a video? Yeah, indeed. I gotta have a hooked on funny guys to see all of that, Coach Marv. He says, let me see what he's talking about. Are you talking about what you might be late because we'd already played that audio of what Woodson played. You know what I'm saying? But fire Mike Zim. Come on, Johnson. It's too early, too soon. Read the title. Which title, Coach Marv? Which title? You sent me Darren Woodson on the Cowboys defensive coordinator search, Mike Zim, the 90s or what have you. Are you talking about that? Yeah. Mike had to come with it. Mike definitely going to have to do these type of things too. After he done talked to Mike, after Mike done talked to Mike Zim also need to talk to Al Harris. And talk to Al Harris about what his plans are, where his allegiance at. Where do he want to align his vision, his goal? He need to have those type of conversations. Mike need to talk to Mike, and then Mike need to talk to Al Harris. And then he need to really find out, do he feel kind of salty in a sense? Because I know that deep down in the hearts, he want to be a defensive coordinator. He want to. But, son, I don't have that many years in front of me like you do, you know. I have more years behind me than in front of me. Old folks have this conversation all the time. I can show you the way. You know, how they're saying, I can show you the world. Show me your phone. You know what I'm saying? Last message I sent, Emmett said Mike McCarthy needs to go. Oh, you talking about that? Yeah, I heard about that. I think that right now getting rid of Mike McCarthy would not be the smartest move. Right now, getting rid of Mike McCarthy would not be the smartest move. You remember I talked about the early checkout? He had a late check-in. Who been out here before wanted to check into a hotel and they say, well, the check-in is not until 5 o'clock. And you done made it there at 12. You sitting there like, wait a minute, now I got to wait. Well, we got this going, we got that going. They literally, when Mike McCarthy got here to this particular team, they didn't allow this brother to check in until literally last season. This was his first season ever being able to be in full control of the offense, and a third of the team still had Kellen Moore plays. So what I'm trying to say here is that what can help Mike McCarthy out is to understand that he can't do everything. He need to dim his light a little bit more and bring in somebody that can help him with the offensive play situation. I know this, he got 1 foot in, 1 foot out, but there have been times when we watched bigger games that even though we can talk about the quarterback, we can talk about the team in general, but what can ultimately help Mike McCarthy out is a legitimate plan to have someone to help him out on the sideline. Now, I gave them a solution. I gave them Eric Bieniemy. And I already showed y'all Jeff Blasco, for crying out loud. It looked like he don't know what a jab step is, and no offense to him. He's been coaching for 7 seasons or 7 years. But I don't think people are beating down the door to go get him. And if you want to have a fight between Eric Bieniemy and Jeff Blasco, come on, y'all. Come on, man. You know, come on, man. Y'all, they need to know better, you know. Sean Lee, Lance Bell, yeah, that could be a good move for us. You bring in Sean Lee to help out the linebackers. But I'm quite sure I'm gonna thumb through some of the people that we used to work with Mike Zimmer, and some of those guys may get some callbacks. Yeah. I heard what Emmett said about Mike McCarthy, that he needs to go, right? But not right now. You saw how long and drawn out the process was for the defensive coordinator. Mike Zim is going to have us to be, he's going to be very disciplinary. He's going to be a Territorian too. He's going to be a guy that's on the sideline that's going to be able to not only just give you the stare, but he's coming with a vengeance. He's going to come with the mindset that, hey, you guys dropped the ball. and I'm here to pick it up for you. I'm here to give you guys some stern coaching. I'm here to be the difference maker. Here's what he's going to say to the boys.
Get your up there, contain the damn ball. This is why we do it. Hey, too many missed tackles. Let's go. We're too damn soft. Focus on the details. Try to put me in a good mood today. I just hate mistakes. I hate mistakes. Come on, fellas. Let's go to work. Let's go to work, huh? Let's go to work.
Hit by LaMarcus Joyner. Flag comes in.
That's what he's going to do. He's going to bring that into the table. And this is what the players said. This is what Adrian Peterson said too. I think he was on that team during that time frame. And we're going to play this clip. And I appreciate everybody for jumping in. So, yes, we're going to sign Zim. I know it's expected, but, I think they're going to make the announcement either tomorrow around 3 o'clock, or they might just wait. They might just wait until Saturday or the day of the Super Bowl. Y'all know how it goes. And focus on details. That's who the Cowboys really need to do. Focus. Just stay focused. And understand that football is a team sport. And not throwing one guy under the bus to solidify another. You know what I'm saying? So all of those things going to be prevalent. Let's listen to this audio right here.
A whole lot of football games in the NFL. I got to know him really well up here in Minnesota through the years as Vikings coach. Mike Zimmer is with us. Mike, it's been a while since I've seen your smiling face. We're happy to have you here on TV right now. Where you been? What have you been up to?
Well, I've got about 270 acres in Kentucky, so that keeps me a little bit busy. But I built a little office building that I go over there and I watch tape and study analytics and all the different things that you kind of do. So just stay on top of the game.
Well, tell me.
Well, I'm not going to trust I'm like doubting Thomas a little bit. My last name is Thomas too, by the way. But I'm going to say this, though. You're going to have to show me the holes in the hands, though. When they say they've been studying analytics, I'm sitting here always look at them with the side eye. You know what I'm saying? I have slanted eyes on this one. No. Because that's what the other Mike said. Hey, I've been watching all the film and all of the tape. So we'll find out, man. I'm going to give them big game James energy right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give them a little big game James energy. I'm going to trust it when I see it. Can you guys agree with me on that, huh? Yes, indeed. Byram says, now let's get 2 linebackers, revamp the D-line. Ooh-wee. Yeah.
About that. Okay, so you built an office space out there. What are you doing to stay kind of fresh and up to speed on everything going on around the league right now?
Well, I get a lot of the game tapes. I go through a lot of the third and fourth down situations, a lot of the red zone, all the little game management things that you try to do. And then, the other things you do, Tom, is you kind of look at, what you've done good over the last 8 years, what you could have done better, what, things that you would have changed or done differently over the course of the time. I think a lot of times, people that just want to be a head coach and, when you first get the job, you really don't know how to do it. It's one of those things where it's on-the-job training, and hopefully over the years, over the 8 years that I've learned, some of the nuances of the job.
Okay, so you're studying this tape on a regular basis. You're looking at all these players. Hot topic today, especially coming off the Ravens-49ers game last night, is who's the NFL MVP. You got a defensive background. You've game planned against all these guys right now. Who's the most valuable? Who's the hardest guy to stop in the NFL?
Well, Tom, I think it's really interesting. You watched the Baltimore team last night, and they've kind of been under the radar a little bit. Everybody's talking about Philadelphia and San Francisco and Dallas. And look at some of the things that Lamar Jackson can do. I think he's thrown the ball better this year than he ever has.
That's about it of that. But yeah, I love it. How Garrett gets the Defensive Player of the Year over Bland. Oh, Garrett won it. I'm not even watching that. So who's the MVP? So they announced Garrett Defensive Player of the Year. So what award do DaRon Bland get? What award do he get? Sheesh. But neither here nor there. I don't think that he's going to have the same fire from the past. But at least you won't hear players talk about this.
You mentioned how you wish your team was here. Mm-hmm. What happened and why your team isn't here?
All honesty, I think the main thing is we was burned out, man. Long season, team dominantly healthy throughout the season. The legs get tired.
Football rewards the guys that are in great condition. That's when you have fun. When you're kicking somebody's ass and they're sucking for win. There was a great coach one time says, fatigue makes cowards of us all. When you're tired, you make mistakes, you don't do what's right, and your will to win all of a sudden starts to waver just a little bit. You get tired and all of a sudden you don't have that same fight. Fatigue makes cowards of us all. If you're in great shape, if you can run like a deer, at the end of the ball game, you're going to be smiling and having fun. And let me tell you something, guys. This is going to be the greatest time in your life. I used to sit in this same ass room. I look at the schedule and I say, God, I can't wait till Oklahoma comes in here. I can't wait till Florida comes in here. I want to kick their ass. And that's what you should feel.
Y'all meditate. Let that sizzle down. And let just... Oh, my gosh. I don't have to say nothing else. We can just pack up our bags and go. But I want that to just sink into your mind. One more time, Jimmy.
This is going to be the greatest time in your life. I used to sit in this same ass room. I look at the schedule. And I said, God, I can't wait till Oklahoma comes in here. I can't wait till Florida comes in here. I want to kick their ass. And that's what you...
Oh, my God. Man, the only reason why I'm kind of like speechless, because every year when a big game comes, it's the inverse for the Cowboys. We never go into the game boldly. Like we the ones, excuse my French, with the big nuts, man. We just go in there like, hey, we the cowardly lion. And I ain't talking about Parsons, but I'm talking about the lion itself. You know, we be like, we supposed to be the ones that the lion don't ask permission. Can he eat the zebra, you know? The gazelle. No, we just go in there and we go up to the gazelle and be like, can I have a piece of that ass? Can I just take a little piece of it? You know? When do we go in there and just say, I can't wait to see such and such. I can't wait to see such and such. We didn't have that in so long, man. We timid. We should be looking at the schedule for next year and saying, man, I can't wait for week 1, whoever they got circled on the calendar. I can't wait to week 4. I hope Zim bring that back to Dallas, man. We've been too polite. We literally been too polite for these last few years. Even if we have the weapons, we go in that team, we go in and say, hey, I'm the lion. Can I have a piece of the hip? Can I have a piece of the backside there? That's where the most of the meat at. Can I have it? Can I please?
You should feel. This is why you came to Miami. That's why you wanted to be a Hurricane. But you can only do it if you're in great shape and if you're not sucking for wind at the end of the game. And when you look across the way and that guy is hanging down, he is a coward. He's a coward because he's tired. Don't be tired.
Now, there's a multitude of people that's telling me that on this video that, you know, my guy was trying to protect some of his teammates and he was doing a noble thing. I'm talking about D-Law. They say that he didn't want to throw his team under the bus, or he didn't want to throw a certain player under the bus. So y'all got to look at it from that angle. And I get it. There's 1,000 words, man, you know, that he could have spoke. Look, Jimmy Johnson, there's 1,000 languages he could have spoke. But he decided to speak facts. Jimmy Johnson spoke facts. D-Law, he's the leader of the team. He couldn't say we. No. Tired, no. Look, a lot of people would have respected a little bit more if D-Law would have just said, hey, man, we got our ass whooped, dog. Fair and square, man. You know, they ambushed us, man, and we were overconfident or something like that. But don't put it, hey, man, we burnt out, man. Boy, we got to learn how to pace ourselves. You know, we were tired, boss. Nah, I can't accept that. Shoot, tired. At the end of the day, you 12-5. You won your division. So you try to tell me that who we played the last game of the season? Was it the Washington? Who we played last game of the season? So you mean to tell me you should have rested our starters dead? Coaching staff need to learn how to read the room. Coaching staff need to know what they cocking. Every man that got a vehicle should have at least one speeding ticket. Should have at least drove over 100 miles in it. You know, every person, if you're a man, I ain't talking about my ladies right now, but if you're a man, you should at least one time in your life got behind that vehicle and I'm talking about smash the gas. Drive, at least one time hit it. At least one time hit that doggone pedal to the metal. They call it stretching it out. Every man should at least stretch it out at least once. And I ain't talking about what Drake did. I'm talking about stretch it out on your car. Stretch that doggone car out. So this team through the regular season supposed to prepare you for the postseason. And you're supposed to stretch it out. You're supposed to be able to look at your team from a coaching philosophy and principle and know the temperament of your team. There's open it up. Yeah, SL. Yeah, come on, man. Yeah. Yeah. Open it up, SL, yeah. Stretch it out, man. Look, get that. Rick! Let's go, Riggs. I'm getting too old for this, Riggs. Hey, y'all know I'm telling the truth. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. And Sam Williams, I see Andre saying bye-bye Sam Williams. What a real coach gonna do is harness that power. Gonna get that horse right. Yeah. If you from the country and you see that wild horse the first thing you want to do is break him. You want to break that horse. Now that horse like the buck, man. You supposed to be able to break that horse. Give me an apple and one of them Walmart bags. Watch how I break that horse. You gotta break that horse. If you know what I can do with that a Walmart plastic bag and an apple, I'll be able to break that horse down. But if you never get a chance to break that horse gonna break you. And when you fall off the horse, get back on it. Because if you don't, that horse done won. And Sam Williams is a wild horse. What he did during Oxnard was a prelude of what he was going to do during the season. And the coaching staff, I'm going to look around. Don't y'all go be telling everybody. Don't go tell on me now. They was soft. They didn't do nothing. Ain't that right? The Cowboys club, they didn't do nothing. They didn't do nothing for Sam Williams after he balled his fist and threw his hands. Matter of fact, let me look around. Let me look around, make sure nobody, y'all ain't gonna snitch on me, man. Y'all ain't gonna snitch on me. They didn't do nothing for Michael Parsons, balling his fists up and swinging and hitting the helmets. People like, hey, we glad. People looked at it from this perspective. Hey, man, we glad that he didn't break his hand. That should have been a good opportunity for the coach to jump up over there and snatch him up and be like, hey, you may be Parsons, but don't you ever swing a ball fist at a player's head. Look at what you can do. You know what I'm saying? I think the only person who stepped in was Dak Prescott at the time. Who remember that in Oxnard? Dak Prescott had to step in and pull them off of each other. But if you know how to harness some of that power, you can get a good Sam Williams. Sam Williams' rookie year had 4 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, 2 fumbles recovered, pickups or what have you. Only 267 snaps, man. He's a wild horse. Get on up on there. I think that Mike Zimmer is going to erase all of that, ladies and gentlemen. I think he will. I'm looking for a breakout year with Mike Zimmer for Sam Williams. I'm looking for, call me crazy, a breakout year. Call me crazy. Put that butter knife down. I'm looking for a breakout year for Jamal Clark.
Shame.
I'm looking for Jamal Clark to play better. I am. You know why? Because I'm looking for this particular front office with Mike Zimmer and his influence to pick up the phone and bring in a true Mike linebacker. I'm looking for another fabulous year from Osa. Fabulous year. I'm looking for Trayvon Diggs to come back to play even better than what he played in before. Deron Bland is about to play better. I'm looking for this defense to get better. And yes, we were top 10 in most categories. I will give you that. But we're going to stop this run. We're going to stop this run. In about week 4, week 5, I'm gonna get me a big old spoon. And I'm going to have a big pitcher of Kool-Aid. I'm going to be staring it. I'm going to be staring at Kool-Aid. And I'll probably get Big Game James to just take a sip of it. Watch. Yeah. I I know Boss Cowboy, he gonna take a sip of that Kool-Aid. Yeah. I know Boss Cowboy, he gonna take a sip. He gonna say first measured and everything else. Yeah, come on, Law. You don't know Clark don't get it, bro. You got it. No matter how he raw. Maybe what he said, C-Los. Come on, Law. You know Clark don't got it, bro. Either you got it or not, no matter how raw. I don't know. Who had a better season last year? Devin White or Damone Clark? Oops. Did I say that out loud? Because I know a lot of y'all want Devin White here, but who had a better year last season? Yeah, he played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Come on, y'all. I'm just trying to play a little mind game with y'all. Look, Clark is a weak side linebacker, and they had him play at Mike. They had him in the middle of the field. Of course, you ain't gonna get good linebacker play out of it. Shout out to LSU's, man. No, I mean, we haven't did any mocks yet, man. Somebody else did a mock, and I repurposed it over here on my page. And it had us going with Jackson Powers, and it had us going with Sweat, who I think that he won't make it all the way into the second round like that if he continue to put up those numbers with what he's going to do at the Combine. So the Cowboys, in my opinion, with the mock draft or with the draft in general with the 24th pick, either they're going to go with O-line. For me, either they're going to go with O-line or front seven picks. And I don't care. You need, with that 24th pick, I want my Cowboys to go either O-line. I'm not mentioning tight end. I'm not even talking about wide receivers. And I'm not even talking about running back with that 24th pick. I'm talking offensive linemen. And I haven't combed through all of the drafts yet, so y'all bear with me. I'm talking principles here. Core, offensive lineman, or somebody on the front seven. I don't have time to be waiting for another wide receiver. And I get it. You know, we can probably get a true number one wide receiver in these sorts of things with the 24th pick. But at this point, Tyron Smith, he's a free agent, right? He's long in the tooth. Tyler Smith, yes, we like his production, what he's able to do down inside. But we got a big old hole in the middle of the field, and Zach Martin is long tooth, and Terrence Steele, we going to have to figure things out with that. And our defensive front is the same situation. Mozzie, he's still green. It may take him 2 more years. I don't know. Osa, hey, is it a contract year for Osa now, right? So Osa, man, hey, you know, it's time to revamp that. D-Law, he ain't going to be here forever. And Sam Williams, we need to see what more he can get from playing the edge this year. In a perfect world, I guess you would put Parsons on one end. If Parsons is going to be, for sure, your edge rusher, maybe he gained 5 more pounds. Maybe he'd be 245, 250 solid this year, this offseason. And then the other side, when D-Law decides to hang it up, you have Sam Williams. Maybe that would be the situation. Gallup got to go. I feel you. I think that more so with Gallup, it's going to be a situation and scenario that they might cut him. And I think you get $7 to $8 million you save, and then you can do something with that money. But we got a lot of wide receivers. We do. But I don't mind us going back into free agency or trading for a wide receiver or something like that. But with our core picks, I'm looking offensive line, and I'm looking defensive interior play. This is how I look at it. Sam Williams need to start cut D-Law. Oh, I ain't going to cut D-Law. I ain't finna cut him. Now that we finna get a real coach in here, it's time to help grow him even more. And I know D-Law is the veteran on his team, but it's time to let him be even more of a leader on his team. And it's been times in this game whereas D-Law was the only person that could stop the run. You see, we may feel a certain way with D-Law, and I get all of that. But let me tell you something. Let me see if I can find this right here. Let me see if I can find this right quick. This is how people see D-Law from the outside. You know, we from the inside.
Your moment this year in the NFL, one guy, give me one guy, either that you played against or like on the defensive side or even on another team's offense that you were just like, holy crap, I can't get over. I didn't know that guy was that good.
Or that made you say,
big.
wow. DeMarcus Lawrence was the DN for
the Cowboys.
Yep, the Cowboys. We do a lot of crack toss stuff, and I was involved in the run
whoa,
game.
He's big.
Oh, my
right?
gosh. The coach
His
like,
shoulders are like.
Coach is like, yeah, you can go out there and get that one block done. And I'm like, yeah, coach. And then we glide up, and I'm like, why did he grow 7 more inches? What the heck? And then I went to go hit the block, and it's like in slow motion. I can remember so vivid. He grabbed both my wrists, like left hand, right hand, grabbed both my wrists, and threw me like a rag doll 5
had no
yards.
control.
And then it was a 6-yard loss, and I just remember like, coach is gonna kill me. That was not how that play was supposed to get drawn up. So
That's good.
I saw him at the Pro Bowl. I had to let him know because I was like, I don't know if you remember, that's probably an everyday play for you, but I was like, I pride myself in blocking. You threw me like I was a little kid.
Right.
What'd he say? He was like, oh yeah, I don't really remember that. I was like, oh man, that makes me feel worse.
And Puka not even a little dude. He a big swole type of dude, man. Yes, indeed. He had no chance. Puka had no chance out there. And excuse me, for every time I say pause, there's a dude from Texas. He be in the chat area. And he be like, hey, man, real man don't say pause, man. That's that East Coast soft stuff, man. We real mans over here. We don't have to say pause, man. That's what the soft N-I-G-G, ER people say. You know what I'm saying? I get you. I feel you, though. But it's all comical, man. That's why we say pause. Look, I like pause better than no homo. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, Lil Wayne had us saying no homo for a long time. I like pause. It give a little comic relief. But we know it's just comical. It's comedy. Ain't this right, Rev? Ain't this right? But some dudes be serious like, hey, Lord, that's that East Coast S-H-I. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, come on, man. It's supposed to be all fun and game. You know what I'm saying? That's okay if you swallow that. Hey, man. I love having fun with y'all, man. Let's do this because now it's time for y'all to call in, though. It's time for y'all to call in with your points and everything. And normally I don't do, like, this is my 3rd live stream today, dog. This is my 3rd live stream today, so appreciate y'all, man. We're going to open up the phone lines and everything.
You are the only participant in the conference.
Pause.
All participants are muted.
See, they pause. All participants are paused over here. Shoot. But the phone lines are brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks, love it. Be sure to check out Prize Picks. And when you download Prize Picks, use promo code LAW, and we will take good care of you. Ain't that's right? And if you're watching this show and if you haven't hit that like nor shared this content,
shame. Shame. Shame.
Man, if y'all haven't shared this content or let people know about Law Nation at this point, man, I don't know what y'all doing, man. Come on, man. All right, I got from the 206, my brother from another mother, man. MJ, you're live from the 206. You're in the mix, man. Talk to me.
What up, Law? How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm doing great, man. I can't complain, bro.
I was on landlord. I was his last caller, and he was shocked. He was like, Mom, you got me mad. He said, you telling the truth. He said, Dan Quinn sabotaged our defense. I said, yeah. He got rid of all your D tackles, all your linebackers. He went small, and we got destroyed.
We did.
That's what Law was, to everybody on here. It wasn't Law was saying like he was scared of that. They was mentally drained. When you get ran over, if you played on defense before anybody, and somebody just keep running on you, and your defensive coordinator don't know to put defense up to stop it, you're mentally gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah, it
That's
was
what
terrible.
He was talking about.
Yeah,
and he wasn't going to throw his boys on the bus because a lot of them was out of position. Now, the difference between this defense and what your boy about to bring, it's hard to throw in the middle of the field. The Cowboys got the corners. This guy finna lick his chops. That's why he wanted that job. He got on that phone real fast, man. Give me that defense. You know what I'm saying? And he got Will I Am. Will I Am is saving the Cowboys out. Now, if we got rid of Will, I'll be saying, we're in trouble. Will is the A+ for y'all.
Well, let me tell you something, though. Will's son is a senior now.
Mm-hmm.
And when he graduates, Will is only here because of his son. You know what I'm saying? And he made a promise to his son, and you know he's a stern person. Yeah, I think his son is a diehard Cowboy fan, and it's nothing like a father willing to be in a son's life, and that's a noble thing. Fathers will go to the edge of the earth for their son. Look at Prime. Why you think Prime is really in Colorado? Because of his son. And then they put him some money in his pocket. Shoot.
Yep. But Will I Am is the new. I told you undercover. He's the GM. That's Stephen Jones' boy. Y'all can call him Cowboy. Stephen Jones is not. Stephen Jones gave that job to Will. He already told him, hey, when my father leave, brother, you got the job. He could have been gone, bro.
Yeah.
There was so many. The Redskins wanted him. They said, man, how does Dallas keep getting these players? And he drafted the right players. Big Country, Bohanna, Devin. They had all that beef in the middle, and Dan Quinn didn't use it. Now, what you telling me, Lord, if Dan Quinn go tell number 93 and 94 to lose weight for the Alabama D tackles that weigh 320, 325, Dan Quinn ain't going to never get a job. Oh, and another thing, Lord, to all you Cowboy fans, the only reason why Dan Quinn got that job because the Detroit offensive coordinator didn't want the job. He was the
say it louder, man, for the people way in the back, bro.
Let me tell all the Cowboy fans, if y'all thought Dan Quinn got that job, the Redskins did not want Dan Quinn. The Redskins fans wanted Detroit offensive coordinator, and he turned down the job because he didn't feel comfortable with the Redskins, even though they got everything new. And the Seattle didn't want Dan Quinn because they took the Baltimore defense coordinator. I told y'all, them the two guys that had the job. But since Detroit offensive coordinator turned down the job, they said, we ain't got too many coaches. Let's go on high.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he got the job. So don't think he got the job because, and the Cowboys was being nice, loyalty. See, that's our problem. The owners who y'all be cussing out, Jerry Jones, if he got loyalty, and he's going to pay you.
Man, look, this is what he going to do in closing with you. He going to let you live out that contract. He don't normally fire you. Look, he let Jason Garrett stood here long enough to shake Mike McCarthy's hand. We like, hey, man, where he going to go, man? Jason Garrett. They said, we going to use Jason Garrett to help find the next coach. We said, like, wait a minute. Hold on, Jones. This, you know, if you ever got a chance to work for the Star, man, you forever going to have a key to that whole entire building.
Thank you. And Lord, before on the closing, just to let everybody know, that new coach, defensive coordinator, know how to play against the San Francisco and Green Bay offense. He played them so many. And now, what's our boy that be mad at that Prescott? What's his name?
Brandon.
And what's the other one?
Man, there's a whole list, man. Line longer than Shaq feet, bro.
Anyway, well, this is when. Now, this one y'all can cuss out Dak Prescott. This defense that they about to have, because they about to get the two big nasty, the linebackers. They already got the safeties and corners. This defense will be ranked top 5 for sure. And now, if Dak Prescott can't win a game and we hold the people to 13 or 17 points, then he's not our quarterback.
Hey, man, at this point right now, shoot. Dak Prescott got to get he got to get a new contract. But appreciate you for calling. Yeah, appreciate you calling in, bro. Yes, indeed. So, yeah. Let me break down what he just said. Like, if Kansas City Chiefs hold the 49, well, let me see. If the 49ers, let me put it this way. If the 49ers hold Kansas City Chiefs to 10 to 13 points. Yeah, they should be able to win that game. The difference is that it's going to be even harder for the 49ers to have this type of output because they made sure they addressed the excuse before he can even put on his shirt and tie and suit. If Brock Purdy can't have a good game, CMC gonna have a good game. If CMC don't have a good game, this dude by the name of Debo is gonna have a good game. If Debo can't get going, Brandon Ayuk is gonna get going. When y'all watch the Super Bowl this upcoming Sunday, you're gonna see some variations of one of those guys making a dynamic play. Either Debo, Ayuk, Trent Williams, even from an offensive line perspective, CMC. But see what the Cowboys tend to do, Dak, he got to have the best game. He got to be able to walk on water. He got to be the difference maker. Other teams, it's everybody else. And on the defensive side, how this game used to be played is that Parsons, he got to be the difference maker. He got to get there. He got to create the sack. He got to get the fumble. He got to. Zim is going to allow more than one playmaker to make plays. He's going to scheme it up to that for that. Look at it. Y'all telling me, hey, you left out Kittles. That's how loaded they are. I even left out Kittles. And then, even if Kittles can't have a good deal, Kyle Juszczyk is going to do something. Kyle Juszczyk. See how I left out some good trailblazers around here. You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute, now I ain't gonna be throwing Jennings in there, but y'all get the picture, man. Yeah, 214, you're live on the Nation, brought to you by Prize Picks. You in the mix. Talk to me.
Hey, Law, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing great, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, let me ask you a question, man. I don't understand how so many people be riding on Dak. I mean, I understand, he done messed up and did some things, but that game against Green Bay, man, that defense looked like a college defense. They let Jordan Love run up and down, Aaron Jones run up and down there, and Dak didn't have a chance to come back. The second half, obviously, Dak did better, but the lead was so high that he couldn't do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I remember a game, I think in 2007, where Romo had 5 interceptions, and we was against Buffalo. We still came back and won because the defense stepped up when they need to.
Yeah.
So I get tired of everybody.
Yeah. Number 41 caught that INT and swung momentum back over. Yeah. I just saw that the other day. But keep going.
Yeah, man. So I just get tired of it, man. Cowboy fans, we as fans, we divided, and I know we were divided with Romo too.
Yeah.
Cowboy fans love Romo and hate him. But every time people compare Dak, they always think about this. They always comparing Dak to, usually with the exception of Brock Purdy, everybody else they compare Dak to in the National Football League is a first-round pick. Dak was a fourth-round pick. So he done overachieved and did what he's supposed to do, and he done had the best year. Now, again, does he look like a deer scared in headlights sometimes? He does.
Yeah, he do.
That's the reason. Yeah. That's the reason why we got to have a defense, because what travels? A defense and a running game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When we had Troy and Roger start back, they had Hall of Fame defenses. They had Hall of Fame running backs. Go ahead, a young Zeke with this that would have been really, really good.
Oh my God, yeah. I think the most wasted player we had in the last 30 years was Ezekiel Elliott.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was the most wasted player we drafted. Well, he was a 4th overall draft pick for us. Yeah, 4th overall draft pick for us. He was one of those generational guys. And the reason why I'm saying he was wasted because he had Jason Garrett. Like, can you imagine prime Zeke under Kyle Shanahan's system?
Man.
Oh my gosh, man. Or can you imagine prime Zeke under anybody with a system? You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, man. This dude, people fail to realize we had Jason Garrett, and I'm not beating up Jason Garrett. But there's a reason why he ain't coaching right now. There's a reason why Scott Linehan is not coaching. It's a reason why what's the dude, Kellen Moore, had to crawl on his hands and knees and pick the Eagles to coach, right? Or the Eagles picked him up and scooped him up. If he didn't get scooped up by the Eagles, he'd probably been going to Boise or somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Back there, you know. But the thing is, I get it. I understand that it's been so long that somebody got to find someone to be to blame. And it's for. Yeah.
Another thing, a lot of people don't realize, man, I think Dak probably one of the best quarterbacks in recent history against his division. And he's like 32-8 or something like that. Man, he destroys the NFC East every year.
Every year, yeah.
So that's always a great thing. And obviously I love the Eagles because I passionately don't like them, but he balls out against them. So again, he's not Patrick Mahomes, okay? We understand all that. But I believe Dak can do his job, man, but you got to put the right people around him.
You do. You got to. And at this point, it's like if you don't do that, then you're not going to win. if put it like this, as crazy as it is, without Emmett, Troy's not going to win. Troy's not going to win without Emmett, right? You know.
And back with Tony Dorsett too. You don't know if he was the one without that. Then they had a historical defense, doomsday defense. You know what I'm saying? That was the time when Roger saw that. And we had a number one defense when the Cowboys saw win 2 Bowls in the 90s. So
those are two things that we don't have. We don't have doomsdays, and we don't have a Tony Dorsett, nor we have Emmett on this team. We had a Tony Pollard, and Tony Pollard, he's so not in touch. He still think that Dan Quinn is here. You know what I'm saying? Like, God dog, bro. Come on, he's so out of touch. He don't know that his coach is gone. Come on, man.
Hey, let's be real, man. Pollard and D-Law did not represent us right when they was on TV in the last couple of days.
Come on,
man. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Man, I still haven't watched the rest of it. So, do we get any good with D-Law?
Not really. So, you know, Stephen A. and Shannon start pressing him and everything. You know, they want to go ahead and, you know, try to, you know, it's almost like he was on the witness stand. They were trying to get him to say, okay, well, who's to blame? Who's to blame? You know, and D-Law was like, you know, and he was trying to divert things, you know. But I wish he would have just stood up and said, hey, we believe in our quarterback. We're going to support Dak. We didn't do what we need to do, you know. But when he said that, you know, we was tired and everything like that, that just, you know, that ain't sound good at all, man.
So we never, before I let you go, bro, we just never really had a player to talk good on those shows, man. We always get like, D-Law is not a communicator to me. He don't really communicates well, right? And Parsons, he's still too young. He didn't even know that the 49ers game was that serious. So I'm not really, you know, and I'm not beating up Parsons, but he's too young. And then the last time we had somebody up there, we had Orlando Scandrick. I'm sitting there like he getting body bagged by these boys. So we really never really had anybody like a me up there on the stage. At least they can give them a little, you know, a little fire back. They just beat up anybody and everyone that goes on there. I think one time when they had Jalen Smith up there. So we really don't have a dude that can get up there and represent really well, in my opinion, unfortunately, you know.
The only person in Cowboy Nation that can represent us the right way, man, I say, is Mike Irvin, man.
Oh, yeah. Irv, yeah. But appreciate you for talking, bro.
Hey, Law, keep doing what you're doing, man. Be blessed, baby.
Yes, indeed, man. Yeah. No offense to the Cowboy players, man. Ain't none of them up. None of them got that little. Hey, he got me with that, you know. Y'all name me like Jesse Holler. I think he can hold his own. I'm talking about the current guy, not Woodson, not Troy, not Tony Romo, not, you know, Tony Romo don't do debate shows, but who would be a good guy to get up on that stage to at least go back and forth with Stephen A. Smith? Dak, Ferguson, let Ferguson speak his mind. You know what I'm saying? Come on, let Ferguson, let's prop up Ferguson to be the spokesperson for the Cowboys when he go on those shows. Yeah. Older guys can do it. Troy was good. Emmett was yeah. But Dak looked like he was running for president. Dez a good dude, but you know, to me, he ain't a full, complete communicator. And I ain't talking about Dez, and don't shank me with the butter knife. But I don't think that Dez could really go bang bang with those boys on there back and forth. Jason Witten, no. T.O., nah. No T.O., not Trayvon Diggs. I don't think we got anybody, y'all. Brock Hoffman probably be the dude. I got the 843. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by Prize Picks. You in the mix. Talk to me.
Hey, D-Law, how you doing?
Man, I'm doing great, man. Talk to me, bro.
Man, what you think about linebacker position, man? Who do you think we should go after this offseason?
Linebacker. I would at least call Levante. I would at least try to figure out things with Devin White just to bring him in. Far as linebackers, you're gonna probably have to do a trade to get one though. Y'all list the free agent linebackers this time. Patrick Queen, yeah, you can probably have to trade for him. You know what I'm saying?
I think Patrick Queen a free agent this year.
Oh, he is?
Do you think we're gonna be able to get the money to bring somebody like Queen in? Because Leighton Vander, he's probably done. What you think?
I think they're gonna do something. Y'all think they're gonna put a tag on Queen or something like that, or they gonna let him just be the free agent?
They said that the Ravens probably not gonna tag him. You know how the Ravens are. You see how they did Lamar this offseason.
Okay. All right. So yeah, man, Queen would be my first option there to see whether or not what you can do with him. I think Greenlaw. Y'all let me know if Greenlaw is available. I think Greenlaw's a free agent at the end of this year. Maybe you take a look at that. Bobby Wagner, you can bring him in. Levante David, you can bring him in. So, and he 33. So.
And what about the running back position? I know Tony Pollard's a free agent. Do we bring him back? Do we go after Derrick Henry, or do we draft one and just go with a youthful running back by committee type thing, or what you think?
All right, so if it's for like a one year deal, you go with Derrick Henry for that little $4 million contract. But if it's something like a 2 year, maybe 3 years since not Tony Pollard, but since Saquon Barkley is 26, you can literally go with a 3 year deal, and that makes it $6.6 million APY. Or I know, old boy, he's not returning to the Raiders, Josh Jacobs. I think you can, but he's looking for a payday. So yeah,
he had a little of a down year for me.
Yeah.
So do you break the bank on Josh Jacobs, or is it? I was thinking. You think it's a way where we could bring in Tony and Derrick Henry, where we could bring Tony back and have Derrick Henry have like a lightning and thunder type of thing?
I would go with that plan, but I'm still drafting the running back. That third round draft pick, it smelled like running back to me. I'm drafting the running back in the third round. If it's somebody come to me that I cannot refuse, I'm most certainly even looking at a running back in the second round. But I would look at it this way. If you bring in Derrick Henry, you wouldn't have to rush it that much. You know what I'm saying? On the draft situation, you can bring in Derrick Henry. You can sit down and talk to Rico and see whether or not he's going to come back for cheap. And then you can persuade Tony Pollard to come back too, for about $4 or $5 million or something like that. I'll go that route if you don't find a running back in the draft that you want. But on the front end of the free agency, yeah, I'm picking up the phone and I'm bringing in Derrick Henry so I can just go BPA in the draft.
Okay, and I know you said the guys that you like at the linebacker position. What you think about putting Micah Parsons at the middle linebacker position and having Sam Williams rush the quarterback a little bit more?
No.
So just using Mike all around, use him as a rusher as well. But, in the first couple of years, he played all over the field. And then this year it seems like we just use him as a every down rusher, which, he does great, but he's also only 240 pounds. He's undersized for a defensive end. And I think that's why he disappears a lot towards the end of the year. He's tired, and maybe he is tired, like D-Law say, from going up against 300, 350 pounders all day, all game, every day.
Oh, so that's what you implied, huh? That's who D-Law was really saying, yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, I know that's taking a lot out of him doing that every single play. And then Dan Quinn didn't do him no justice. A lot of times he lines up against the best offensive lineman on that team. Instead of finding the weak spot on the defense, we got him going against the best offensive lineman.
Let me say this, though. You know, there's a movie came out a long time ago called Cruel Intentions, you know, a series, I believe. If you already had in your mind that you wanted to be a head coach, right?
Yeah.
What do you need in order to be a head coach somewhere?
You got to produce.
You got to produce, but you also need embellishments, right? So if I'm trying to get a head coach spot, it's self-preservation. Because if you listen to what Dan Quinn said in his interview with the Washington team, he said that he had to go back and listen to his older interviews. He had to go back and make sure that he made the proper moves to prepare himself for those interviews. So if this was his third year in a row interviewing for jobs, he probably said, you know what, this time around, I'm going to study a little bit more. I'm going to digest a little bit more on the studying side for this interview, opposed to preparing myself for this Green Bay Packers game. And I get it. Some people don't like me talking like this because they say, it's conspiracy talk. But if I'm also going to do that, I for damn sure need to have players on my team to be entered into the Defensive Player of the Year category. I need for them to do extraordinary numbers. I can't have them having just ordinary numbers. So it benefited Dan Quinn's resume more than anything. Go ahead.
In the same sense, Michael Parsons' sacks kind of, you know, what he had, 14 and a half sacks? That's not extraordinary. You know, that's kind of middle of the pack kind of. You know, it makes 4 or 5 in sacks. And I feel like a lot of that come from him being at the defensive end. He's been getting 13, 14 sacks since he came in the league. And I think he could do that from the linebacker position, just scheming it up. You know, him blitzing from the linebacker spot every once in a while. I feel like he could get 13 sacks. Yeah.
But that would be possible. But here's the only thing from what Terrence Parsons said. Even though Michael Parsons said that Terrence Parsons don't speak for him, but I know that Terrence Parsons know more of what he speaks about, right? So, and then it came out one by one. And I know that's the truth because me and my brother, we talk about things, right? So if Terrence Parsons said, before Michael Parsons said this too, by the way, that, hey, that there were packages out there, but who controlled the package that's been called? Oops. You know, so they didn't even try. Like after that Bills game, to me, I think collectively, that's when everybody started rapping the chords and rolling stuff up, man. And that's when they mentally checked out. I think that was the first L that we took, that them boys checked out. The first L that they took.
I agree, because we got punched in the mouth and we couldn't stop the run.
That
was a tall sign for me. I said, in the playoffs, that's what teams do. They run the ball. That's the number one thing. Everybody said in the playoffs, you got to have a run, something that can travel, and the run game can travel. So when I saw we couldn't stop the run, I was like, I don't know what they expect in the playoffs. And a lot of that, you know, Marquise Bell, I like him, but he's a safety playing linebacker. That's not going to work.
All right, so in closing, reason why I threw that at you, it's going to hurt even more, man. Just pouring salt down the wound, bro. Did Parsons in his last game play more like he played against the Bills, or did he play more like he played against the Miami Dolphins? Go.
Like the Bills.
Okay. And we already known, and it don't take a rocket scientist to say this, that's not a winning philosophy. That's not even a winning formula. But they did it anyway. That's crazy. Appreciate you for calling in, bro.
All right, man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, anytime, bro. Yeah. So if I'm the person who calling the shots, And I already seen that play don't work of putting Parsons in that spot. And I get it, man. Parsons is phenomenal. And I get it for what the perspective of even what my guy Jesse Holly was saying, like selfish and these sorts of things. But then when you start peeling back the onion, you got multiple layers. Parsons was literally saying that, hey, there's packages out there. They just didn't call them. There was a Miami package out there. They just didn't call it. And whatever production level that he did in Bills, he did similar production levels that he did against the Packers. Unfortunately. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. I got the 251. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
Hey.
Yo.
Yeah.
That boy watching wrestling or something. Yeah, appreciate it. We'll circle back, man. 973, you're live. Talk to me.
Hello?
Yeah, you live, bro. Talk to me, man.
What's going on, OG, man? Listen, I'm a long-time Cowboy fan, man. I'm from Jersey, man. And we need to clean house, bro. I want McCarthy going. We just need to clean house, man. Because I'm tired of these boys. They ain't got no fire under them. Coaching squad, nothing.
Who you getting right now? All the good ones gone. you wait. You know, you think do you think right now in a damn, let me just say it this way. You think Ben Johnson would turn down being a head coach for the Cowboys like he did for the Washington team? You think he would have turned that down?
Yeah.
See, it's a two-way street, man. You know, either you got to risk it for the biscuit. You know, you're going to have to – you can't have it both ways. And I think that the Cowboys feel like, hey, let's just run it back. You can't appease everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't, but, man, listen, man, we need some fire now. I think we was interviewing Rex Ryan. Like, come on, man. We need some young boys. This is a different.
Well, that's a headline grabber for Rex. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that they want that. They said, oh, they saw opportunity. They already had their mind set up. I got a text in my phone that this dude told me who they was going to sign, and he's very, very, very much so well connected. And when I did that video, I was like, my insider told me they finna sign Mike Zimmer, right? I did the video. Yeah. And then about halfway through the video, that's when the breaking news happened that they're going to also interview Rex Ryan. But he literally I got a text in my phone. He said, man, that's just a PR deal. And I'm sitting like, oh, okay. And then now they finna sign Mike Zimmer. Shoot. My Smooth right there, he need to tell me the lottery numbers. But go ahead, bro. Keep going.
Nah, man, I agree with you 100%, man, and I want to go. I want to get Henry too, but if we can't get Henry, I say, hey, I welcome Saquon with welcome arms, man. Word up, I welcome because the Giants used them wrong, man, and we need a power back, and we ain't got that.
You say you take who?
I'll take Saquon Barkley.
Oh, Saquon, okay.
Yeah, if we can't get Henry, shoot, I'll take Saquon on the cheap end.
As much as people gonna fight me against this, right? Saquon is the closest thing we could do, like the Niners did when they got CMC.
Yeah.
That's the closest thing we can do from a veteran. Like now, hear me out. I know people getting mad at me already. I can feel them, you know. But what I'm saying is, still draft a running back. Just because you go get Saquon and sign him to a 2.5 or 2-3 year deal, you know how to fake the money on the back end of the contract, doesn't mean that you don't draft a running back.
Yeah.
But he's the closest thing. But what you got to do with Saquon is know that he shouldn't be an every down back though. You know, you still have a 2-back system.
Shoot, man, I like the 3-headed monster, man.
Or 3, yeah.
Yeah, give us 3-headed monster and put somebody on the other end, a receiver to complement Lamb.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, I'm gonna say this before I let you go, bro.
Yeah.
I think, you know, and I like Brandon Cooks. He's my guy. I got a chance to talk to him this offseason. I think that collectively we're a little disappointed in him, a little bit. Are you? Yeah. He didn't give us, like Cedric Wilson on his last year where he gave us better production.
Yeah.
To a degree.
Yeah. I can agree with you on that. I can't knock you on that, man. But before I go, man, I just want to say I appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing, and you got my vote for the next Cowboy president, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. Yes, indeed. All right. Yeah. And Mama Cooks, I ain't talking about your son, you know, or anybody who calling in cousins of Brandon Cooks. Hey, law man, and Tony Mack, I know you box with him and everything. I ain't talking about Brandon Cooks, but to a degree, he didn't give us, like, you know, like what we really wanted out of him. If I could be transparent a little bit, you know, I'm a little greedy. I wanted just a little bit. And then Dak, to me, all year wasn't really on the page with him, right? Like he wasn't really like some of those balls. Like, hey man, Dak, who you trying to throw it to? You trying to throw it to the cheerleaders, or hey man, you trying to throw it through the field goal? What you doing here, bro? Come on, man. You overthrowing that dude by a mile. But on some of those plays that Cook's running vertically, like, man, give that to TP, man. It's hard as hell to overthrow that dude. Let me know if I'm wrong, y'all. I'm not trying to beat him up, but it's just what it is. I think I already had you. So 251, man, we circle back to you, man. You're live. Yeah, that dude right there, boy. All right, man. 903, you're live.
Hey, wow.
Hey, man, you sound like you in the tunnel somewhere. You good?
Man, I'm at work, brother. I'm at work.
You on the work phone, or what's going on, man? I can barely hear you, bro.
I'm on my phone. I'm sorry.
Man.
I just had to give you your props, man.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to ask you, man, what you don't think Wink Martindale would be a better fit and use Michael Parsons better than anybody else?
I think that, you know, the chemistry. I think that Jerry Jones, they want to be comfortable, and this is what that is a major problem. But this is not middle of the bed. This is like edge of the bed comfortable for them boys. Now, like Jerry Jones can still fall out of the bed and hurt himself, you know, with this pick. But Martindale, man, would be him sleeping outside. You saw how Wink Martindale and Brian DeBall almost threw hands, you know.
That might be what you need in that business.
Man, not in Cowboys land. It can happen in Giants land, and they'll sweep it under the rug for a day, you know. But in yeah, dog. But hey, man, they can barely hear you, man. Hey, have a great day at work, man. I appreciate you calling in, bro. Hey, call back tomorrow, man. Yeah.
I will, brother. Thank you.
Man, anytime, bro. Yeah. Good call from, you know, I know y'all can barely hear him. I got 919. They got 100 grand next. 919, you're live.
Hey, what up, Law, man? Man, I just feel like Dan Quinn sold us out, man.
Self-preservation.
Yeah, I felt like, you know, we played man defense, and our defense was set up for man. The way that we played, just man, and to get in the playoffs and go zone like we went zone the whole game just was ridiculous to me, Law.
Yeah, man.
I kind of felt like he already knew where his plans were, you know.
And here's my thoughts. At first, I wasn't believing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I
ain't want to believe it.
I ain't want to believe it because, you know, if it was up to me, I was leaning more like, hey, Quinn is doing some nice things. You know, I like the way he's assertive and he's talking all of the good points and what have you. But it took some of the players, and I can't name names, but it took some of the players when they said, hey, When they started talking about him, I was like, oh, not everybody's all cheerleading and pom-pom-pom, and not everybody got good things to say about him, you know. And watch, as the time processes, and I guarantee you when they start doing some more interviews during training camp, it's going to leak out. And then I'm like, yeah, that's the dude that was talking to me about it, you know. But I got to let him say it first.
I'm going to be honest with you. Honestly, he used us to get the bad Super Bowl taste out of everybody's mouth for him, man.
Yeah.
That's how I feel, you know. And we got to get Parsons back at linebacker. He's more valuable. We drafted him because we needed a linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's why we drafted him. We didn't draft him to rush the quarterback at first. Yeah, every now and then blitzing from linebacker, but we needed a linebacker. So we basically been hunting for a linebacker for 3-4 years.
Yeah, we have been. We're looking for that linebacker, bro. And
so you know, but hey, Law, man, I support everything you do, man. Hey, it's still Cowboy Nation, man.
Appreciate you, man. That's shout out to my guy from the 919. Hey, man, I want you guys, if y'all can, man, come on out to Shakerton's. It's in Arlington. We're going to be there. It's going to be a nice little groove. Of course, we ain't in the Super Bowl, but we'll be talking about the Super Bowl. And if you are in the area, come on down on Sunday. Kickoff is, I believe, around 5-ish. I'll be there around 4-ish, you know, and to set up and everything. So come slide through, man, and we got you on a few appetizers or whatever, and we have a great time out there. And I want to see y'all. I want to pack out the place and support them. Me and Ray, we will be there and salute the Prize Picks for also being a contributor there too. So even though my Cowboys ain't playing, this is the second year in a row that we had an event that, you know, I want my Cowboys to be there. But next year we are designing and setting up things so that we can be at Media Row. They literally called me and said, hey, we got tickets for you to be at Media Row. We got tickets for you to show up at this appearance and that appearances. And I'm like, dude, I can't do last minute stuff. I got a whole family over here. But next year we're gonna properly plan it, and we'll be at where they having the Super Bowl at next year. Hopefully our Cowboys be there with us, you know, instead of me just being down there talking. I got my guy 100 grand, man, from the 201. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me, man.
Yo, what's good, my boy? What's going on, man?
Nothing to it, bro. Nothing to it, man.
Man, listen. Just saw the news, man.
Yeah.
I like it, man. I'm gonna be. I don't know. Maybe it's the Henny in me right now.
Oh Lord. How much? You had my much Hennessy, or you had less much than my much Hennessy? You know what I'm saying? Shoot, you was dragging, boy. Yeah. Shoot, you sounded like me that night.
Let's just say I had to get out the bar. You know what I mean?
Okay, you had to get out the bar. Okay, well, shoot. You gotta be careful out there in New Jersey, man. Shoot.
Hey, man. I'm kind of known a little bit, so I'm good. I don't have to worry about that.
Okay,
but,
good,
you know
what
I mean? But I like it though, man, because he can do both defenses.
Right.
And everybody like these young guys. Why you like these young guys? Because they can relate, and you like these young guys because they've been in the college ranks. He's been in the college ranks, so he knows about these college defenses, and I like that too. He ain't just take a year off and just sit home.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He went back to college,
yeah.
So he ran these college defenses to kind of figure out these college offenses that's coming into the league now.
Oh, I get where you're going. I
so
get where you're going.
He knows what's going on and what they're trying to do. I like that.
Yeah.
Rather than him just sitting home and not knowing anything, or just, you know what I mean? He's been around. He's still been around football.
Mm-hmm.
All I hear is he's still around football. So he's evolving. So I like that.
Oh, okay. Well, you like that because at the end of the day, he was with my Jackson State. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was with my Jackson State. You know, for a cup of coffee. Yeah.
And then he was with Colorado. So,
Colorado.
So he knows what these college offenses are looking like. He knows these guys that's coming into the league. He knows he's been around. He sees these guys. He studied these guys.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not going to be foreign to him. He's going to come up with different wrinkles and different things. Everybody is not taking into account of that. They're not. They're just looking, oh, he's 65, he's old. We want a young guy that can relate. You can relate to these players all you want. That don't mean you're going to get them to do what you need them to do if you ain't got the scheme. You can relate all you want.
Yeah, you're right.
If you ain't got the scheme, they not gonna do nothing. If you come out the gate as a new defensive coordinator and you get 8 alive because your defense ain't good enough, let's be real. You can motivate all you want, but if your schemes ain't good enough, they're not good enough. And I like how, he kind of keeps his defenses the same. Just how, as an offensive coordinator, you want your running pass to be the same. You want your defenses to look the same. That can confuse the quarterback. I like that.
Oh yeah, it ain't gonna be no easy defense though. It ain't gonna be no easy.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta, as a defensive guy, you can't just go out there. This is what we're gonna do, and this is it, and this is it. No, these quarterbacks is too advanced. You got to come out there and you got to have your scheme, everything look the same. You don't know if we playing man or zone.
You know what? You know what makes the Niners defense good? Mm-hmm. They can get pressure with 4. And they can stop the run. If you can get pressure with 4 and you can stop the run with 4.
It don't matter what you run.
Yep.
And he blitzes the quarterback.
Yeah,
he brings some blitzes.
Oh yeah, he brings some twist stunts and stuff.
We're going to see a different style of defense, and I think I'm excited for it.
You remember playing that team when they was like in their youth, and you look at the Anthony Barr when he was young, and how much problems he used to give teams, and Kendricks when he was young, and how much problems he would give teams. I'm looking at it like this. And then they always had somebody up front they can get pressure up the middle. They always had big boys. I've got the Williams brothers' names, but they had the double Williams inside. There were 2 Williams boys, and they would stuff some stuff. Watch what Zim is gonna do the same thing. Remember,
big boys.
Yeah,
we gonna draft another big boy. I'm telling you.
We're gonna have one of those we're gonna find a Barr type of linebacker. And we're going to find a Hendricks or Kendricks, whatever you say that man's name, type of linebacker. Watch.
Yeah, trust me. And Parsons is going to do Parsons things. You think he ain't got no creative schemes for Parsons? Okay. Listen, man, this defense, I feel like it's going to be top 5. I'm not worried about the offense. All we need to do, we need a wide receiver. We need a wide receiver and we need a run game. We need another wide receiver,
bro. But my thing is, we need to get a wide receiver like a Mike Evans or someone. I'm talking about a different kind of.
We need a veteran wide receiver.
A vet, yeah, and not tiny, man. Don't go get Hollywood Brown or somebody.
No. We need a D-Hop.
Ooh,
we need somebody like.
Don't you know who I want though, bro? The dude that said that Devontae. If we get, I know that's wishful thinking. I know that's a lot of money, but man, that would really set it off, because what I see that what we have is we have a number 1 wide receiver, but he primarily plays slot because that's why he gets off. He's a one. I ain't talking bad about my guy Lamb, but everybody else with 3s. Think about it. Gallup, a 3. Tolbert, a 3. Even my guy Brandon Cooks, he was in between a 2 and a 3. But then shit, Cooks were like looking at it like, hey, if Lamb's going to line up majority where I line up at, now I'm on the outside. I can't get off releases and stuff. And the only route that, if you look at what Cooks normally win on, the routes that he won was deep crosses, deep overs.
Deep crosses. Yep, that's all he ran.
That's all he ran on. But when they put him on the outside, they bumped him and they beat him down.
Because of his size. If he was bigger, then he would have been a problem.
If he was a little bit taller, a little bit, I wish I was a baller. I wish I was a little bit taller. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't have. Boy wouldn't have never picked him off. I forgot his name. He wouldn't have picked him off, but he bullied him. You know, he couldn't get his body around. That's exactly what happened, bro.
So I feel like and Jalen Tolbert is going to be the 3. I feel like he's going to step up with his year.
Yeah.
He's going to step up with his year, and I feel like we need to go out and get us a veteran, maybe Calvin Ridley, man. We've been playing around with him, or we've been playing. We have not been playing around with him long. We've been trying to get him. It's been back and forth, or him, or am I talking about somebody else? Guy from Atlanta.
Who was in Atlanta? London.
Guy from Atlanta. What is it, Calvin Ridley?
Now, Calvin Ridley went to the Jags, but we got to make sure he don't partake. Yeah, we got to make sure he don't play around with prize picks, though. But, hey, if you do, use promo code. Hey, Calvin Ridley, use promo code LAW, man, if you do. On your way out, though.
There's some wide receivers out there, man. Stephon, we going to have to – they ain't going to give Stephon Diggs up, man. They not going to do that.
The
Giants saying the Giants is trying to get him, man. They going to have to give up a ransom for that boy.
If Diggs come here, then there will be something that we would need it, right? Because I think Diggs is a guy that's going to give you dog nasty mentality and you can't cover everybody. You can't cover.
No, you can't. And that's what we need again.
Yeah, we need. Yeah.
That's what we need again. We need at least in this league, man. You need at least 2. If we got, we had 3. If we can get 2 and get us a good, like you say, if we get Derrick Henry and we get us a wide receiver that's going to scare people on the other side, we a problem. That's it. That's all we need. Is a running back. And we need a wide receiver that's going to demand respect.
Yeah, he's going to demand it,
Maybe
man.
it's not a big name, but somebody that's going to be like, okay, we can't just mess around and double lamb because this guy could kill us too.
Man,
and then if we can get Tolbert to step up, and he had a good year this year, but if we can get him to make another step, man, look out, man.
Man, 100 grand, boy. Hey, I appreciate you so much, man. I thank you for calling in, dog. But, yeah, you got some good points, man. Salute, bro.
No doubt, bro.
Yes, indeed.
Salute.
It's my guy right there, man. 100 grand. Yep. From the 754, you live on the Nation, man. Talk to me, bro.
What's up, Law? What's up, Law? What's up, Law? How you doing?
Great, man. I can't complain, bro. I'll let me.
All right, I'm gonna say this, man. I'm happy that we got Zimmer, man. I'm happy because, he knows what it takes. He's been on the championship teams in the '90s, and also, even though in the early 2000s, I know you remember, we went 5-11 3 times in a row with him. But if you could go back and remember, we had some tough defenses those years. We had, Leroy Glover,
Coakley, yeah.
That win,
Woodson was still there,
yeah.
So
I'm thinking that the defense that we're going to see is going to be more like that because we have a minister like Leroy Glover on our team. That's the number 95. I got a hard time saying his name. Number 97 that plays for us right now. He's like
Osa.
That Leroy Glover size, 6'2", 285 pounds.
Osa, Osa,
Yeah, Osa. He's not Leroy, but he got the physics of a Leroy and the mentality, but he's not on that level yet. But he that's the size he play at. And we put some big body next to him, and we're going to get us another middle linebacker. We'll be all right on defense. And then
you know what? As much as people say it, You know who's the third-time all-time sack leader for the Cowboys?
Is it Glover?
Greg Ellis. You know what I'm saying? So
Greg Ellis.
Yeah. So if Zimmer can make him look good, you know what I'm saying? Like right now, who got a better career, Greg Ellis or D-Law?
Right now, Greg Ellis.
Yeah. So if he can make Greg Ellis eat like that, what do you think he's gonna do with D-Law right now? You know what I'm saying?
And see, also with Parsons. He never had nobody like a Parsons on that defense.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is our defense gonna be all right because Zimmer, he bring that fireness that we're gonna need and that technique that we're gonna need. And you know, we got our corners back locked in. We good on corner. We just probably need to get one more corner. I want to bring as much as I hate to say, I want to bring Gilmore back because he's long in the tooth and the age catching up to him. He can't run. He barely had problems running with faster receivers this year. So they'll just say goodbye and in the second round go get a corner or something. And what I'll do on offense, go bring Lamb his understudy in. Bring in what's his name? The receiver to play for the Texans. What's his name? And now he's with Tennessee now.
Are you talking about DeAndre? Yeah, he's another guy that you can bring him in.
Go bring him in. You don't think he'll love? He said that's what he studied when he was playing. So you don't think he'll love playing side by side with him?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
I'll go trade him, go get him for something or whatever we got to do. Go grab him. And everybody keep talking about Derrick Henry. I mean, but I don't think that's the answer. If you want to do something like that, go get Saquon. That's younger, but he's always hurt. Or go get the running back for Oakland. Do that.
Oakland kid gonna want that bag. But if you craft up something, whatever you do, don't give him that Z contract. No.
Nah, don't give him that.
Don't give him one of those.
I won't pay no running back no more than $12 million this year. No, I mean that's the highest I go.
Man, and that's rich right there. $12 million. That's rich, man. You know what I'm saying? Like DeAndre Swift got 5. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it like, hey, I think the market, you can get you a nice, solid running back for about $3 to $5 million in that range right there.
Right.
You just gotta know how to work it. You know what I'm saying? And the Cowboys,
we need hungry.
I'm talking about downhill, lower the shoulder. You know, keep power like an angry runner. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Brian Peters said $6 million max, man. Yeah. Something around there, man.
Or draft the running back from Notre Dame. Go grab him. And go get somebody else.
The Michigan running back, the Florida running back. Get you a back, man. That you tell that back that what we gonna do is we gonna have a split back system, and we need for you when it's time for you to run like it's like you never gonna get in there again.
What's that number 34 that played for us? We didn't really give him a shot.
Davis.
We gave him a little shot.
Man, I'm trying to turn over. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf at this point, man. So
he's hungry, man. We need hungry people, Lost. We need people that's hungry. We need to stop feeding people before they get paid. We need to make them earn it, bro.
Well, let's do that, man. I appreciate you for calling in, man. Thank you so much, bro.
All right, yeah. And how about them Cowboys? Haters?
How about them, man? Yes, indeed. He says, how about them Cowboys, haters? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If we can ever just get one back to run like Aaron Jones, man. Every time I see Aaron Jones, y'all said that kid. I need to go. See, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start a week where I just look at one group instead of being everywhere with this. But y'all saying who remind y'all of Aaron Jones? Was it Jonathan Brooks? What school is it? Is it Longhorns, right? Y'all say he remind y'all. Who runs like Aaron Jones coming out of the draft? We need to find a dude like that. They're just hungry runner, downhill, shifty. Is Aaron Jones a free agent? I don't think he is. All right. We get to 205. Trey Benson. Yeah, get Trey in this thing, man. 205, you live.
Law Nation, what's up, sir? This your boy Lost in Translation. What's happening?
What's good with you, man? We lost over here in translation, man.
Yes, sir. Listen, man, this is what we need, man. We need Dak to not be a people pleaser. I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that.
Break it down.
I've been watching Dak Prescott a long time, and what I've noticed that whenever he gets one of his wide receivers in a funk, he tries to force it to him, and he totally ignores the other receivers he has in his tight end. I've seen him do it with Gallup. When he tries to get Gallup in it, and Gallup starts dropping the ball. Then after that, he tries to get him back to CeeDee Lamb. Well, this time, CeeDee Lamb was the one in this last game who was dropping the ball, even though his mama said Dak ain't the one. You know, it's your baby boy dropping them balls, and I call it like I see it.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, Gallup came up. I was like, okay, Gallup catching the ball now. You see what I'm saying? So Dak needs to stop being a people pleaser and get the ball to the man that's open. I can't tell you how many times I watch film, man, and I watch Brandon Cooks wide open, but he was trying to force it to CD. And that last pick Dak had, I already knew he was going to get picked because he kept trying to get CD into the game, and that was the problem. And the linebackers already knew they were trying to get CD into the game. That's the reason why he moved on them. Those are the different nuances that we need. Now, here's what we really need. It's like you said earlier, we need a Mike Evans type. We need somebody. We need a big body, somebody who can high point the ball. Remember in the 90s, man, when we had Michael Irvin. Michael Irvin was the Thunder, but Alvin Harper was the Lightning. You know what I'm saying? He was sleek, and he would run by some folks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my thing is this: we need somebody like that. We need somebody that's sleek, that's going to be able to run past some folks and know how to high point the ball and be an outside specialist. No offense to Gallup or whatever, but he really hadn't been the same since he got hurt, and that's understandable. Sometimes you get the yips. You know, like we had the kicker, we had the yips. All of a sudden, you kick all these balls in a row, and then you can't hit the blind side of a barn. That happens sometimes. But my thing is Dak needs to stop being a people pleaser.
I think here, let me jump in on this part right here with Dak Prescott. He like the little dispute that he had on the field with Lamb.
Right.
That should never happen. Because
absolutely right,
even when Michael Irvin was pissed off at Troy, he never showed it. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Because he like, man, damn, man, you know, Troy's my guy, but he ain't giving me the ball. And he would go into Alvin Harper's spot and he'll run his routes. You see what I'm saying? Because Troy not always was on point with everything. So but Troy had the ability to chastise the players that's on the team. He had the ability to chastise the offensive line guy. He had the ability to chastise some of the wide receivers. You know, I've never seen Dak Prescott in a game get into the face of a player that made a legitimate mistake, right?
Right.
And to me, I'm not beating Dak up, but at this point, I think that that's just what he is. He's going to be that guy, like you said, a people pleaser type of guy. I don't think that he's going to ever be that person that we kind of want him to be at this point. Sometimes I hate to say this. Sometimes you have to mourn the thoughts of the person that you think they is. You know, so you just gotta let that. We just gotta let that go as a fan base. I think that the way this team going to win is still keep Dak where he's at, but understand that you got to bring in run game and you got to bring in another wide receiver. That's just the bottom line.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, no, absolutely. Now, as far as the defense is concerned, here's the thing: we had the X's and O's. We just didn't have the Jimmys and Joes. You know what I'm saying? And there were sometimes what I noticed that the linebackers were out of position, especially Bell. I noticed. Here's the thing: when you got guys that are like that, you want them to be fast. You want them to be able to hit the hole, hit the right hole as hard as you can, as fast as you can, because it's easier to tackle somebody when you're in between two big, defensive linemen and offensive linemen. It's hard to hit somebody if you wait till they get through the hole and now you're in the open and you get ran over or you get blindsided by a guard you didn't see. So that's the thing I saw on defense. So if we shore up the linebacker position, we should be fine on defense. And I hope that Trayvon Diggs does what he does. I know it's going to take him some time to get back, but I'm praying for that brother. Roll Tide from Alabama. I love Diggs, man. But I want to see him do well. We miss him bad, man. We do.
Well, let's go, man. And what's your thoughts on J.C. Latham? Is he any good?
Yeah, I think so, man.
Or is it LC?
So.
Is it LC or JC? Yeah, Latham, the Latham kid, the Roll Tide. He's 365 pounds, right tackle. You think he's gonna be any good? Yeah.
I think he'd be good, man.
Okay.
You know, I played on left tackle.
Oh, you played left?
I played the blind side. Yeah,
okay.
Man. So when I watch film with Vox and the rest of the guys, that's what we do. We watch guys' feet.
Mm-hmm.
We watch their hands. We watch their spacing. You know, we watch their get off, that type of thing. And those are the things that we look for. I think he has to get off. You know what I mean? Now, one thing I would like to see what Mozzie do is his get off needs to be a little bit more, a little quicker, because he's a little slow on the draw. I like the fact that he holds his space, but I don't like the fact that they made him lose weight like that. I mean, to me, that took a little something off his edge, but that's between them and the coaching staff, how they're going to work that out. But I'm hoping the best for Mozzie, man, because I really want to see him do good, and I want to see that defense do good as well, too. But they shore that up, Law, we'll be fine, man. We'll be just fine.
No doubt,
I got faith in Mike McCarthy. I got faith in Dak. I got faith in the defense, and especially Zimmer. Zimmer's going to put a boot where it needs to be put. And I hope D-Law is a little bit more outspoken on the defense. Everybody needs that guy, you know? Mm-hmm. Just like when we were playing, we had, what was that? Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis was a dog.
Right.
You know what I mean? For the defense. We need to find that linebacker that's going to be the quarterback for the defense that's going to be the dog. You know, I would love for us to get a linebacker in the draft.
Right.
But honestly, I feel like we should get a veteran for now to fill that stopgap. If it's going to be now, like Jerry said, if he's going to be all in for real, he needs to go ahead and find us a linebacker, man, that's got a little bit of experience, and that way he can train up the next wave up.
Boy, you on the money, man. Appreciate you. Lost in Translation, man. Y'all check him out. He in the chat, man. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for what you do.
Thank you, Law. Have a good one, man. Congratulations on your 100K, man. I forgot to tell you that a long time ago. We've been down in the chat. I just wanted to get that out there to you, man. Keep going, brother. Love you, brother.
Much love to you, man. Good call from him, man. Hey, Roll Tide, too. And what he's saying is not beating up the quarterback, but just sometimes that's just what it is. There are we can name several quarterbacks that was pretty much the same way. Pretty much the same way. So if this team wants to win, then they're going to have a run game. If the 49ers want to win, they're going to have a run game. They're going to have their wide receivers catching balls, and they're going to have the quarterback to deliver. But most importantly, the defense got to stop the run, and they're going to have to get turnovers. Somehow get a takeaway. Be a disruptor, right? So that's just how it goes. That's football. But what the Cowboys' philosophy is, hey, man, let's put it all on 4. And, hey, let's put it all on number 11. Now, that you ain't going to win that way. It look good on stat sheets, but you ain't going to win it that way. Hey, CeeLo says, hey, screw it, go get Aaron Donald. Yeah. Give me long in the tooth, Aaron Donald. I like that too, shoot. 843, you're live on the Nation, man. Talk to me.
The conference has been locked.
It's not morning yet, but it's close to here in the Chucktown, man. How we doing?
Hey, man, it's all great, man. Doing good, man. Talk to me, bro.
Hey, man, I think this Zimmer pick is a good pick.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking maybe, maybe go internal, try to keep things the same,
mm-hmm.
Go with Arden. But then I'm thinking, hey, we need a change, man. And I think with Zimmer, with his energy and his tenacity, I think that's going to affect those guys are going to be chirping.
Yeah, you went in and out, but you're right. With his tenacity and his knowledge of the game, I was listening to the D. Woodson. He was talking about that he talked to Zim every other day, and he still stay knowledgeable about football. So I like hearing that. So I'm quite sure that some of his ways gonna rub off on some of the players, and then some of the players that was kind of like faint in heart a little bit, he's gonna try to harden that. And if they can't take that good coaching, then you'll see him on the sidelines. But he's going to play. He don't have no favoritism. You know what I'm saying? That's what we love.
I think just like DeMarcus Ware, some of the old school guys who have played under Zim, they're going to talk to these guys. And I think if you win Parsons and you win Lawrence, the rest of those guys are going to fall in.
Yeah.
And especially the way he likes to play man defense, I think whenever Diggs gets back, and I really don't think Diggs going to be close to where he needs to be, it's probably until next season.
Yeah.
But probably the second half of the season, he's going to be where he needs to be.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, I think Zimmer. I think they really need to find out what Mozzie Smith's going to be all about, and I think Zimmer, either Zimmer's going to get it out of him.
Yeah.
And linebacker, I know he may be a little bit long in the tooth, and we were talking about him for the last 2 years, but Bobby Wagner would sure look good in a Zimmer defense, man.
Yeah. Yeah, he sure will, man.
So that's all.
Yeah, good call, man.
That's all I got to say, man. We got love for you out here in South Cackalack. DC for life.
Yes,
how about
indeed.
them Cowboys?
How about them, man? Appreciate a good call from him. So he was very balanced with his approach with that. And my thing is with Mike Zim is, hey, he's going to get the best out of his players. And too many veteran guys said that, right? And even with Mozzie, keep in mind, there's a guy by the name of Justin Matabuke from the Ravens. He had just as many sacks as Michael Parsons had this year from the inside, from the interior. And trust and believe, he didn't have a better year his rookie year than Mozzie. It takes time sometimes for these bigger boys to get themselves together. Now, I know some people right now watching like, shoot, give me Matabuke now. But the Ravens had to go through that growing pains, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, even the Giants with Dexter Lawrence, it took them about 3 to 4 years to get him going. But most importantly, it took them going to go get Don Martindale. Yeah. Wink Martindale. It took them to get him. And now look at it, and now, of course, Martindale is gone there. We'll see how Dexter Lawrence look now. But he turned the corner once he got real coaching in there. Think about those things. See, you got to look at the fullness of the pictures there. I got the 903, you're live on the Nation, brought to you by Prize Picks. You in the mix. Talk to us.
Hey, Love.
Hey, what's going on, Lady Jessica? You're live on the Nation. Talk to us.
Okay, first of all, where was we before we got that? Before this man got picked, who they didn't even think gonna make it in this league at all.
Right.
And they picked him at 4, and they thought he was a scrub.
Mm-hmm.
But this scrub came and took this team on and carried it on. Even when this man got his ankle broke, trying to put it back together to get out there and help his team win. But when that went down, y'all called on Cooper Rush, and Cooper Rush didn't do much or nothing.
Right.
You were crying for this man, but now you want to tear him down because of what other teammates on this team didn't do.
Right.
So everybody want to talk about the picks. The picks wouldn't have happened had not CD been out there acting like a small brat, throwing a temper tantrum and causing the ball to get hit. This man was out there running for his life the whole game, trying to keep from getting sacked, and got sacked, and they almost broke the man's neck. But yeah, he can't get a break.
Right.
Then he didn't allow 48 points. The coaching and the defense, on the defense side of the ball. Then everybody talking about the run game. Well, had they not been crying for Zeke to be gone, we don't have run game. But y'all thought TP was the man. All this and that, Zeke TV. But see, one thing about Zeke, he had Dak back, and he didn't let him get sacked. Whoever was coming for him, Zeke attacked them and knocked them back.
Right.
And Dak was able to throw to somebody else. But the thing about it, you can't always point to your quarterback, because if we didn't have our king, which is the leader of a chessboard game, to be able to help you win the game, you wouldn't have nobody. You don't appreciate him. You disrespect him. Everything just been going Dak. No. He might have made mistakes, which he wasn't intending to, But when your players are not out there playing with you,
right,
your pieces, your weapons are letting you down. So it's going to take more than a quarterback to win games. If your defense is just helping the people down to the end zone and coaching them in and tapping them on their shoulder, sort of attacking them and keeping them from the end zone like they were supposed to, there ain't nobody got time for that. I'm going to need them to get that weapons. And I'm going to need everybody to stop trying to tear down our best quarterback. This man was the top quarterback in the whole doggone NFL regular season.
Yeah.
And a half of the people that was also in there, they at home too. Now it's down to the last two teams.
Right.
It's always going to be just two teams in the Super Bowl.
Let me ask you this, Jessica.
Everybody
let me ask you this, though. The way you feel about Dak, do you think the front office feel that way?
I'm to the point now I've been arguing. Well, I didn't argue. I was going back and forth with my director about, and he was telling me that they don't want this man to be the face of the quarterback of the franchise because of his skin. I mean, I'm so sick and tired of racism. It is a shame. But if it is true, then why would you hire him? Why you didn't let him go to another team? Because I guarantee you, if he was on the Chiefs team, if he was on any other 31 team, he would have won a Super Bowl by now.
Yeah.
Like Pat Mahomes. Because those owners want to win. They don't get in their coach's business. They stay out the way and let the coaches that they hire do their game and play like they supposed to. See, Mr. Jimmy didn't take that. That's why he fired him. And that's why it took him so long to put him in the Ring of Honor, because of his arrogance, his ego, all of that. Yeah. I'm so sick and tired of politics, period. And it's time for us to stop tearing down our team and start lifting our players up. I'm out of commission for YouTube. I'm out of commission for my Twitter. I'm out of commission right now, but I'll be back. I'll be back in the chat again.
We appreciate you, Lady Jessica, and I thank you so much for calling.
I don't want to hold on. I'm sorry. I ain't trying to take on. But I'm just saying, all this Dak bashing needs to stop. Because we had nothing in between. Even before Romo came, we had all them people, the red, what did the water pistol do? Andy Dalton. No. What about Danucci? What about Jamil Showers? All them no good quarterbacks. And y'all want to talk about the man that done helped this team get 12-5, like we didn't go 12-5 before the playoffs? He wanted to go further, I'm sure. But if your team don't help you, you ain't going. But y'all be blessed, man. Y'all need to come on, Cowboy Nation. The Super Bowl is Sunday, and then it's going to be back for the drawing board. Everybody need to get over it. Move on and stop talking bad about your quarterback, boy. Because guarantee you, it's people on the other 31 teams that want Dak Prescott.
Most certainly. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, Lady Jessica from the 903. That's her. Appreciate her for calling in. Protections come from the people that control the imagery there. For example, if I buy a fancy car and I got a 3-car garage and I park it outside knowing that the hailstorm is coming, I don't care too much for said car. That is equivalent what the Cowboys front office did. They allowed the car to be parked outside. They didn't pull it up into the garage. The hailstorm came, the damages occurred, and they submitted their claim. Right, and got it fixed up. The Cowboys, if you covet something, you're protected at all costs. There's people right now that they got a nice car there. Even if it's a used car to them, they're gonna wash it every other day. They're gonna vacuum it out, and then they're gonna park it inside. They're not gonna let people put their fingerprints all over it, or they're gonna not let people walk by it and even see it. The Cowboys never treated Dak that way. They never treated, let me say this again, they never treated Dak that way. The only time that they paid Dak Prescott is because of the emotions. They franchise tagged him, and they franchise tagged him again, and he was doing a hell of a good job, even though the defense was very porous in 2020. He broke his ankle. The outcry of the people said, man, come on, man. How in the world y'all going to do that to that man? And then that's when they said, you know what, let's go ahead and pay him. That $160 million guaranteed is almost done, and we would see if the Cowboys once again is going to either pull this car in the garage or keep it outside for the hailstorms and all of that stuff to hit it and all of the people to talk bad about it. And unfortunately, you know, don't lean on my car. Yeah, David Wright said, don't lean on my car. Yeah. So that's what's make the franchise divided. You know, so that's what make when they say certain things, you know, it keeps the franchise divided. When they don't step out and say, hey, this is our quarterback, and speak with convictions, they treat Dak like one of those used cars you just keep outside. You know, you don't pull it in the garage. You don't wash it every other day. Yeah. Unfortunately, from the 504, you're live on the Nation, man. Talk to me.
What's up, Law?
Hey, man, all is well. Can't complain.
Hey, Law, look here, man. I heard the last caller talking about Dak. I mean, hey, some of that stuff is warranted, some of it's not.
Right.
But I'm not going to worry about that. You're still going to have to sign Dak to keep everything equal.
You're going to have to. Yeah, that contract. Look, let me tell you something, fam. That contract is whooping their ass right now. That contract, the way he got his contract set up, it's whooping them. It's beating them up because what you can do?
Nothing. You can't do that. There ain't no other quarterback out there right now. But my question is to you, Law.
Talk to me, man.
I mean, has Mike Zimmer, has the NFL passed him by? Because I seen those clips he was playing about how tough and hard he was. Yeah. We need that kind of action. We didn't have that with Mike Zimmer. With Dan Quinn, because I'm from old school. I grew up watching that. I was in my 20s when we was winning it all. I was winning. We was winning it all. And now I mean, Jerry and them boys ain't gonna change. They not gonna change. I mean, I was just reading something earlier today talk about the New York Jets owner. He was pissed off and ready to cut everybody. Jerry don't have that kind of action.
No,
I mean, I don't know what else to do, Law. It's just like I can't even get up. I can't even get excited even if we get 11-5. I can't, because I know what it is. And also, when are you gonna get into a debate with that clown on that 4-letter network? You know what I'm saying? When you gonna shut him up?
Man, we need to figure out a way, man. I think if I can get to 200,000 or 300,000 subscribers, they would acknowledge me from that point, you know, and send me out that way.
He's just steadily talking, and he talk about, I'm just trolling the Cowboy fans. Man, please. I think like Jerry said, he's a fraud. I think he's an undercover Cowboy fan. And why he don't have the same energy for New York Jets, New York Giants, and the Buffalo Bills? That's my thing.
Man, the Cowboys print money for those boys, you know, and we have a friendly owner that gives him more and more fuels. Like who's more honorable to fly in a helicopter? Stephen A. Smith or Law Nation or a Vach or a Sky or Boss Cowboys, you know what I'm saying? We should be more honored with the Cowboy Nation for the hard work and dedication that we do, juxtaposed to a Stephen A. Smith, and they get a chance right now. Stephen A. Smith, if he want to go to the game, he go to the game free. If you want to be in VIP section, he make one phone call, they open the doors up for him, right? And he calls all terror and all of that other strife amongst the Cowboy fans, and he get a chance to eat free in the state of Texas. You know what I'm saying? Whereas we don't have a house that we can call a home over here. We got to pay for everything. Come on, man. You know, it just ain't fair. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, it's like this dude is crazy. But I mean, hey, you know, everybody got to eat. But I know one thing. Jason Whitlock is on his, you know.
Oh man, Jason got him. Yeah. Whitlock.
He owned it, but guess what? He wants to call the man out on his own personal site, but then he don't want to straight up with the man. But you know, man, Law, as always, man, I appreciate it, man. You're doing a good job. You and the other Cowboy content creators, man, y'all on point all the time, every day. So you know, hey, good luck to you, man. I like that new studio. When you gonna start your new studio?
Oh my, we got some things and details. I got a pilot that's finna come out, finna be on a TV show. So just stay tuned, man. I've been working and I've been grinding, man. So just stay tuned for the 2024 season, man. It's finna go good in a great way, bro.
Hey man, I like that beard, man. I wish I could get my beard just like yours. I can't do it, bro. It just kills me that I can't do it, man. But good luck, Law. Appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot.
Anytime, man. Yes, indeed. I got a TV deal that we've been working with. We got some more things, man. Look, man. Some things, man. How they give you a disclaimer that you can't say this, can't say that. But as time get close to it, they say, hey, you start talking about it now. So we'll be shooting a recording on March the 9th. And it's finna go good, man. I think that we grind enough, man, to shine. And 2024 season is gonna be even better. Like we established some great connections, y'all, and it's finna look good. It's finna look really good. So like this morning, reason why I couldn't go live earlier today, because you know we was planning and getting things together and making sure this person is there, make sure that person is there. So, I mean, the more and more y'all support the nation, the more and more people see these type of things, man. Right now, you can type in Law Nation, and you will see me on Roku. You can type in Law Nation. We landed a deal with LG TV. So, if you have an LG TV, go to your app, type in Law Nation Sports. You can watch this same show. It's been syndicated over there. We on Roku. I already know you guys know that. And we also landed a Amazon deal too. So we're live on Amazon. So y'all go to Amazon and check us out there. So we doing some things. And if y'all ain't jumping on board now, don't try to jump on later. No. If y'all ain't rocking with Law Nation now, so when we make it to the top, man, don't try to say, hey, man, I was rolling with you all my life, man. All my life. And then don't be trying to jump on that. No, I'm just playing with y'all. And I'm going to put some more people on, you know what I'm saying? And for those who reach out to me, I'm going to try to reach out to them. I ain't trying to say draw nigh to me and I draw nigh to you, but I'm just saying this is how things goes, man. And I know there's some people that will rock with you and roll with you, but they also got that pocket knife or that butter knife in their back pocket. You know, people fail to realize Judas was a disciple. You know what I'm saying? So I know everybody in the fold ain't really there for me, man. They just want to jump on to the groove. I get it. I can feel how it goes because I know the people who reached out to me in my lowest or the lowest that's supposed to be in the inner circle, but they didn't. I was like, oh, okay, all right, I got you. Yeah, that's how you gonna do me. Yeah, that's how you gonna do me. You know? But nah, I'm just playing with y'all, but I'm being real. And I'm not playing, but I'm being real at the same time. 971, you're live on the Nation, man. Brought to you by Prize Picks. You in the mix. Talk to me, bro.
Hello?
Yeah, now you here? I thought you.
This is where we hold them.
What's good with you, bro? Talk to me, man.
What's happening?
Not much, man. Shoot, got Mike Zimmer. We got a coach, man. So talk to me.
You happy?
I mean, I got to see the results. I'm like Thomas now, man. I got to see the holes in the hands, man. You know where them holes at, though. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I told you that 2 weeks ago, right? Last time I talked to 2 weeks ago, that they're gonna fix the defense.
Who gonna fix the defense?
That the Dallas is gonna fix the defense, bringing in Mike Zimmer. They're gonna.
Yeah.
I think it was a reach, but for right now, it's decent. But I think he's gonna help fix the defense. But we'll see how it work out. But I told you that 2 or 3 weeks ago, he's gonna fix the defense, right?
Yeah, man, I can't remember everything, but hey, if you said it, I think you're a straight up guy, So here's my thoughts on it, and this is what makes me upset about the Cowboys. We knew that we had these issues with the defense as far as stopping the run week 3. That's not even up for debate. We knew that week 3 we couldn't stop the run, and that's even with LVE. When his neck was good at that point. He had the good neck, pause, in week 3. And he was here, and they were still able to run for 255 yards on us. That day, the Cowboys should have went and made some moves and got some linebackers in here. But what they did since that week, they started detracting. They started taking things away. We're sitting there like, wait a minute,
Right.
I can't make this stuff up.
He's going to help the secondary, too. Yeah, he's going to probably – I hope – he's probably going to want to keep Kurtz, but I really don't want to keep Kurtz because he's old.
Who?
I'm tired of Kurtz. I'm tired of
Oh,
Lewis,
Kurtz,
and,
yeah.
What's that safety we got? Hooker. Yeah, those guys are just old, man, So we got an old secondary.
I mean –
we got an old secondary, man. We need to get young, man. We get – I played DB forever, so it's like you got to get young in the secondary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, that is the angle to go.
Let me ask you.
Talk to me.
Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
What do Matthew Stafford? What's that quarterback that played for Detroit?
Golf.
Yeah, Golf. And Aaron Rodgers. What do they have in common?
They've been to the Super Bowl. They all have that in common.
They've been traded, right?
They've been traded. Well, Aaron Rodgers really don't count. He was at the end of everything. But go ahead.
That's what I keep trying to harp on people. We keep players so long.
Wait a minute. Are you implying that because they all are quarterbacks? So are you implying that the Cowboys should trade Dak Prescott?
He has been here for a while, and just hear me out. He has been here for a while.
Yeah.
Dak is a good quarterback. I like Dak, but I just don't think he can get us to the mountaintop. And what I mean by that is, if you can find a trade partner. Now, the reason why I say trade is because you need to still build on your secondary, your linebacker core, and your D-line and your offensive line. You've got to come up with some kind of help and some kind of picks. People understand when these players are getting older, they are not reliable in the playoffs.
But you know what? But you know what? Let me say this though: Aaron Rodgers, Stafford, Goff. Don't you know what they also have in common?
Yes, what's that?
They never had the franchise tag on them.
Right.
So what was happening here is by the Cowboys putting the franchise tag on Dak Prescott, trust been broken, So that's why he put the no trade clause on his contract. I'm quite sure that, at this point, Dak probably would have been traded if he didn't have the no trade clause on his contract for something. But right now, he's not tradable because he would have to agree to that. And why would he leave one of the richest franchises in the world, right? He grew up watching his team, and this is his mom's favorite team.
There you go.
Yeah. He ain't gonna leave. He ain't gonna leave.
I caught you right there.
You caught me where?
I caught you right there.
All right, catch me.
I caught you right there. Why would he not want to leave? So he wants to get a chip. He wants to get a Super Bowl with us. But there is a problem. We don't have a running back. Okay.
Right.
Get your running back. We're going to fix the defense. But there is a problem with him throwing the football. I'm not saying that he's not a good quarterback.
Right. I feel you.
When the accuracy's not there, there's a problem. And people need to understand, when a team moves on to a younger player, Kansas City had Alex Smith. They got him out of there. He got injured. They got him out of there. They drafted a quarterback. They got Mahomes. When San Francisco had problems with Garoppolo, they got rid of him. If teams are moving on, and that's
but the thing is, those teams, Alex Smith wasn't on a franchise tag. He didn't have a no trade clause on his contract. So they act as if when Alex Smith was there, they trusted him. They loved him. They were like, hey, you are our quarterback. We love you. You know what I'm saying? What do you need? You need a cup of water, cup of ice. You know what I'm saying? You need a comfy bed. They didn't bash him. They didn't kill him over there.
Let me ask you this. What else do you need to see?
What else do we need to see? Well, we didn't see. It's not that we need to see anything. It's the Jones family that need to see something, because at this point, what do I want to see?
I'm asking you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
One day,
Yeah.
It's gonna be in the ship, or it's gonna be in the.
Hey, come drive this way. We got a Super Bowl gathering at Shakerton's, man. You can meet me and sit on down, and no, it's in Arlington, Texas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah. You can make it out there. You can drive. You start driving now. You'll be here, man, on Sunday, man. Come on with it.
Man, I can't do that. What is it though? What is it?
What
you need to see? What else you need to see?
What do I need to see? I seen everything that I need to see. What I need to see from the team is them running the ball. No. You can't have it both ways. I just seen the man have an MVP run. I just seen it. What he had an MVP. All right, so I tell you what, you saw a lot from Brock Purdy this year, right?
Yeah.
And what else? What else did you see?
You know what I saw?
You saw CMC. You saw Debo. You seen a whole bunch of other people.
No. Let me break it down. What I saw.
What you saw with Brock Purdy? Break it down.
In the time of the moment, hey, they're supposed to lose that game. They were supposed to lose that game.
What game?
I don't know what it is.
What game?
Against Detroit.
Detroit. Oh, okay, good. I'm glad you picked that game. Now, what else you saw in that game?
Let me tell you what I'm trying to get to.
Mm-hmm.
On the driving touchdown to get there, he was sacked, baby. He had nowhere to go, baby, and he ran up out that pocket. He converted those first downs. He kept moving those chains. He didn't throw the ball where he did mess up a few times. There was an interception that could have been picked, but it wasn't picked. But at the time when his team needed him. His team needed him. He did run the ball, and he did throw that ball, and he did convert those first downs, and he gave them a touchdown.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying that Prescott can't do that, but what I'm saying is there's a problem there.
Hold on. I'll let you go. With that.
Okay, now go.
But also, when you look into that game, there was a guy that ran for 90 yards who had 2 touchdowns. Now, the score was 31-34. Without those 2 touchdowns, do they win that game?
Are you McCaffrey?
Yeah. He averaged 4.5 yards per tote.
Yeah.
He's a force multiplier. So when you see Christian McCaffrey and you seeing how teams adjust, let me ask you this.
Okay.
I'm just being real with you, man.
Okay.
Do teams fear Tony Pollard? Yes or no?
No.
Do teams fear Christian McCaffrey? Yes or no?
Yes. He's a banger, yeah.
He's a banger. So even if you were going to say the argument that Brock Purdy is better than Dak, well, don't you think that is a situation and scenario good to have when you have people fearing Christian McCaffrey and nobody fears Tony Pollard, nobody fears Rico, nobody fears the run game at all? Don't you think that that's a better option to have?
Yes, it
is. So when Brock Purdy, there's a great option to have. So even within the confines of that game, did they were they defense eligible to get a sack in that game?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So when we played the Packers, could we get at least a sack? A half of a sack?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Could we get an INT, a scoop and score?
That's the problem.
Right.
And that's what and that's the problem. Now you done came down to my level now. Now that's what I was saying. We will fix this defense. We will fix this defense. We're going to get some parts. They're going to be maybe a little shaky though on the secondary, but he has to figure out a better scheme than he did when he was at the Vikings. They will fix the defense. running the ball going to be hard on Dallas this year. They're going to get him a running back. They're going to do that. Maybe the first round, maybe the second round, or maybe bring in Henry, somebody to help. But there's that point of time when he needs to sit back there and make those throws. He better make those goddamn throws. If not, his ass is gone. And on top of that, I am not waiting around for look, if Trey Lance is not the answer, then find somebody else. If he is, give him some snaps. Let us see what he can do. Open up the room. He got to get experience somehow. Brock Purdy didn't have no experience. The boy from Green Bay didn't have no experience. And with reps, you cannot get better with no reps. You have to get better with reps. Once the reps continue to go, then we will know if he's our guy. If he's not our guy, I'm not afraid to say we messed up. That's cool. Let's go with somebody else. Reps. Once that happens, we will see what we have. If not, let's move on. But we cannot be scared to fail anymore.
Well, at this point, bro, and there's a $60 million cloud over the Cowboys' head, and regardless of whether we want Dak Prescott or whether or not we don't want to see anything more of Dak Prescott, they're gonna have to figure that part out. And there's nothing that I can say about it, because that's just the way it is, bro. And that's not me cheerleading for Dak Prescott. And that's not me campaigning against him.
But
it's just $60 million, bro.
You sound like they're still your man. So
wait a minute. All right, so what would you do? Well, no. What would you do? You got $60 million right now that you got to pay. What'd you do?
I have to extend him. I extend him. But can you also, once you extend him, does that lift can you rework the contract? Can you rework the affidavit?
Contracts can always be modified, right? So once.
Can you rework it though?
The thing is.
The no trade clause.
The thing is, how you got to do that is you got to give a little, right? You can't wait till the last, like. He probably would have considered that before the season kicked off, right? Mm-hmm. Of them going in and extending him. But what they did was they held his feet to the fire and they showed their hand. They didn't show that they were all in on him, although they saying that they are all in on this team. It's like, and that's just what it is, bro. Unfortunately. So Todd France, he's sitting there like, all right, well, shoot. Either, they're gonna pay you this $60 million regardless, because you got to get the money. And anybody that do trades, there's only 3 moves in trades. Either you're gonna sell, stay put, you know what I'm saying? Or buy, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. And the Cowboys, they stay put through the entire process. Now there's 2 strategies. Either you can go long or go short. Which way you think the Cowboys did? They stayed put, and now at this point they went long, and they kept going long, and boom! Now it's at the end of the race. And now what they gonna do?
Yeah.
What they gonna do now?
They didn't held hostage.
They didn't held hostage. They got their hands up. Yeah. They done painted themselves in this corner. That's what they done did.
But holding on to old players, holding on to them, and just holding on to them has not resulted in anything good at all.
Well, that's the strategy. That's the strategy that they used.
Whatever, because what the truth will come to light. We will find out more about that. Look, I'm not saying he's not a good quarterback. He is a good quarterback. But what I'm saying, he's not right for the Dallas Cowboys.
Well,
and that's what I'm saying.
Well. At this point,
and so until we find that golden boy, that's gonna get us that's gonna make those accurate bad basket throws. That's gonna run when we need you to run. That's gonna take care of the ball. that's gonna that's gonna bounce in the pocket, slide. You know, we will forgive you for one interception or two interceptions during a game, but not when it comes down to those crucial moments in the playoffs. Those are the times that the young man need to take care of the ball, make small little throws, run when necessary. If you got to open and run, the reason why I say run and slide, you can continue to move the chains, and you can take a hit, but it ain't gonna be a hard hit. And that's what I want to see out of the upcoming quarterback. Take care of the ball in the playoffs, run and slide, and don't throw interceptions, and be smart.
Let me ask you this, though, before I let you go. If you had Brock Purdy on this team, would you still need a running back? Would you still need another wide receiver?
Yes.
Would you still need linebackers and defense?
Yes.
All right, that's all. You still need those same things. You still need those same things, regardless.
And that's what I told you.
And there's no way that you even beat Detroit if you didn't have those things. I appreciate you so much for calling in, bro.
I love you. Hey, stay out my backyard. Hey, Brookhaven in the house, the number one in the South. Where are you, McGee? Not McGee.
No, Natchez, man. Natchez, man.
In the backseat, looking at my rear view. That's how we do things. Hey, catfish, collard greens, cornbread, baby. I'm eating with my fingers, baby.
No doubt, man. Good call from my guy JP, man. Good call from him. So,
goodbye.
He was the last caller of the hour. I would say this, though. I get it. People are going to get hung up on Dak Prescott. I've seen somebody say, I have no faith in the quarterback. And I get that. If you have no faith in the quarterback, then what can you do to win the game? Don't put it in that quarterback's said hand. You can look at, there have been more quarterbacks to win the Super Bowl than elite quarterbacks, collectively speaking. So even if you look at it from a Trent Dilfer perspective, how were the Ravens able to win the Super Bowl? Did they have to put it all in Trent Dilfer's hand? No. And you got a quarterback that's better than him. When Brad Johnson won the Super Bowl, did they lean on Brad Johnson to win it all? No. So what I'm trying to say here, and Dak is better than those boys. You got to figure out a way to get a run game that's going to be more effective. Put it like this. When teams have a light box against Isaiah, the running back for Chiefs, he eats. Do people line up in a light box with the Chiefs? The answer is no. But they do against the Cowboys. They stopped the run before with us. Big Ben Roethlisberger got 2 rings, 2 of them. I want y'all to go look up Big Ben's Roethlisberger's stats and what he were able to do in those seasons that they won the Super Bowl. When he became the guy that threw the ball all over the field, they didn't win. Nope. Why? Because he didn't have any run game. They didn't fear to run. Well, they did fear it a little bit with my guy who liked to rap and everything. What's his name? I forgot his name. Le'Veon Bell or something like that. But they won their Super Bowls when Big Ben wasn't even elite. They had their run game. Fast Willie Parker and Jerome Bettis. Y'all remember them? Yeah. And when they finally got Big Ben to throw the ball over the field, they had weak spots. Other teams were able to do things against him because their defense began to become porous. They didn't have defense. Run game, hear me out, run game, and play solid defense. The Legion of Boom. Russell Wilson averaged 189 yards a game, y'all. 189 yards a game. But what they had, run game, defense. Yeah. But, y'all go play in the streets all y'all want, and I can tell y'all cars are coming. Right? And that's what people do. They can go play in the streets all they want and say, nah, it was just the quarterback. Oh, man, the defense, anybody, defense put, 41 points, 48 points altogether. Well, Dak scored 1 point for him. But, hey, man, it's defense. It's not the problem. It's just the 4. Yeah. And y'all would sit there, even if we had an Aaron Donald over here on defense, y'all would still sit there and say to yourselves, because we got a Michael Parsons, and I'm not saying that he's Aaron Donald, but he's doing crazy generational things, even from his height and size and stature, that if the Cowboys had Aaron Donald, they would have been looking at it like, hey, man, that's all we need. We don't need a Jalen Ramsey. We don't need a Leonard Floyd. We don't need Sue to put down inside. We don't need nobody. We just got Aaron Donald. That's how y'all look at this team. Y'all look at this team as an individual, as a one-off. Whereas good teams or great teams, they look at it like, how can we add to? Man. And he had a Von Miller. Yeah. He had a Von Miller to everybody's shoe. and he had better coaching. Yep. But, shout out to Mike Zimmer. He'll be our new coach, so maybe we can start breaking him down once everything is all said and done. But, I'm with the degree now that I'm falling in love with the ideal of what Shango said. Let's just go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off and start all the way over again, huh? Let that dude go. Free him. The last time he saw the open market, and it wasn't even all the way open for him, was in 2016. And that is your quarterback. That's what people want. Yeah, I remember this statement from a coach that said, great coaches don't run from coaching. Cowboys been running away from coaching. Yes, indeed. And salute to Eastside Harold for being in here. I know what it is.
Come out the closet and stop keeping a secret.
Come on out that closet, Eastside Harold. We know that you in there.
Come out the closet and stop keeping a secret.
We know that you're a Cowboy fan. Come on out that closet, bro. He having the best time of his life. Stop playing with yourself, bro. We know what you are. Stop.
Come out the closet and stop keeping a secret.
Yes, indeed. Come on out, man. You've been here this whole 3 hours. There you go, Eastside Harold. When you're good at what you do, people will come follow and find you. And that's what people did last month. That's what they're doing continually now. Eastside Harold is here to follow greatness. And I appreciate you for helping me out. But
come out the closet and stop keeping a secret and let the world know if it had not been for the Lord that was on my side, I would have been.
Come on with it.
I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up?
He's been swallowed up with greatness over here. Appreciate him. But at the end of the day, people do what they want to do. people do things that they want to do. And the Cowboys, at the end of the day, we got to figure out a way to find a linebacker now that can fit in the middle of the field, a true linebacker. And if Parsons want to be on the edge, let him be on the edge. We also got to figure out how to put the fear of the run back over here in Dallas land. And at the end of the day, Esai Arrow, he ran off with embarrassments now, but that's okay. Hey, it's just what it is. We just pick on you, because you like a Cowboy. I know he got the silver and blue somewhere. He got a Cowboys chair he's sitting in. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we got to put the stop of the run on the field with linebackers, and we got to put the fear of the run on the field with a running back. We do. The quarterback, $60 million. This is his last run. Rendezvous, Dak Prescott. But it's up to the Jones family from here. We don't have $60 million to pay him off. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what that's going to be. So the Cowboys got to figure that part out, not us as fans. But we can throw some ideas out there and see what can stick. Let Trey Lance cook a little bit. Let Cooper Rush cook a little bit. But at the end of the day, trust and believe, Ford gonna probably beat those boys out once again, and he will be your starting quarterback, collectively speaking. And he got the no trade clause on his contract. Ain't that right, Coach DC? The no trade clause whooping their tails right now. And that's just what it is. But if you want a thing bad enough, Cowboy Nation, to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad, that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, a plan, or to lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, and sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence. We just got news. That Darren Woodson, he's not getting into the Hall of Fame this year. That's sad, huh? But keep fighting, Woody. We got you over here on Cowboys land. We know you're a Hall of Famer in our hearts and eyes, in our mindset. He is for us. Let's go. And I think I left off some super chats, so I'm going to pull up the super chat deal, and I'm going to read out those super chats. I appreciate y'all so much. I apologize for not reading your super chats out. Boy, it's a marathon show right here. Appreciate all of y'all. Marathon. I said I was going to go live for like 30 minutes. Shoot. I'm gonna try to get these super chats up. Bear with me, baby. All right, it goes right here. Zimmer, Great hire. One more to go. Law, check your Twitter. We read that one. It says here, now let's go get 2 linebackers, revamp the D-line. I agree with that, Byram. Appreciate you so much for your support. Mike, you are hired. Appreciate you. Brenda, she says, hey, Law, thank you so much for your support. And shout out to you, Melvin, as well. JD from D.C. says, don't forget about D-Ware being a wasted pick. Yeah, DeMarcus Ware, we didn't get the most out of him. And the craziest thing of it all is the year we get rid of him, the year we needed him the most. We needed D-Ware in 2014, if you know what I mean, because we couldn't even get to Aaron Rodgers, and he had one leg. He had one leg. Anybody but Dak. The boys are golden. Super Bowl easy. This is from Gotcha from $9.99 for a super chat. Appreciate you. He says anybody but Dak philosophy, basically. And then my guy Nigel says for the $5 support, congratulations, Law Nation. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for your support. Appreciate everybody for jumping in and being part of this. Shout out to everybody, man. I gave y'all unbelievable overtime. And even though the players may say they're tired, but I can tell you I'm not a coward. I'm not tired. And I'm not calling D-Law a coward, by the way. But I'm not a coward. Come on, man. DC for life, not for short. We about.
Swallowed up.
Y'all should have told me. That's all I had to say to get rid of Eastside Harold.
What more do you want from me? Nobody does it better. They can come closer than close, yeah. Nobody original, they never will be.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
They can come closer than close.
It's an evil world we live in.
Right. I want my flowers while they never will be.